Hello, everyone. Welcome to the Nocturnal Nerdcast, Pop Culture in the Dark. How's everyone doing tonight? I am Eric. I am your host. If you've never been here, welcome for your first time. If you've been here a few times, welcome back. We are solo again this week. There's nobody in the green room but me, so it is you and I tonight, at least at the beginning. We got a few topics to talk about tonight. I know you guys are tired of hearing about it, but I do want to talk a little bit about the Paramount and Warner Brothers stuff. There's been some changes in that situation that I'd like to talk about. We got some Green Lantern stuff to talk about. Tangled. We got some controversy around the casting for Tangled. And a few other smaller topics that we'll probably go over. Actually, as the intro was playing, I was going through and looking at the... where's it at here? Presentation mode. I was looking at the X-Men films. I was thinking about ranking them, but I don't know if we're going to do that or not. We'll see. I'll leave it open in the other window. Anyway, how's everybody doing? What's everybody up to? Wasn't a lot of news today. I don't want to start this out kind of down, but I feel like I should address it only because I know a lot of people who pay attention to the news kind of see what's going on. It's been a crazy 48 hours. It's been a crazy 48 hours in the United States. So the news cycle's been dominated by political news and things that have been happening. And so it's been really hard for me to focus in on topical stuff for this stream because it's just been so crazy with everything that's going on, to be quite honest. And I'm not laughing because any of it's funny. It's just exhausting. And so it's been sort of the struggle bus for me a little bit to get the stuff together today. I actually took a nap before the show. I laid down and took a small nap just to get myself prepared to sort of get my head in the game, as you would say. But we're here. We're going to do this thing. We have Latin Shark in the house. Good to see you. Glad for you to be here. Harrison, good to have you here. Jose, what's going on? Chris, good to see you. Lone Wolf, good to have you here as well. Keyblade Master Jeffrey is in the house. Fetman Plays, Marvel Fan, and Donovan Martin are all here. Thank you guys for being here. We just had somebody pop in the back room. I think I heard the noise. Let me change my screen here. We have Joe. I didn't expect to see Joe tonight. What's up, Joe? How are you doing?
Yeah, better than the other night.
Yeah. I was telling them that I actually took a nap. I just woke up right before the stream started to get everything together.
Yeah, I actually just got your text.
Yeah, I literally rolled out. My shirt is all wrinkled. I was just laying on the top of the sheets with this here. Jose said we're only 8 days into the year and it's already fucking crazy. Yeah, it's been rough. I wanted to have a stream where I could just break away from everything that's going on, but there's just not a lot of news today. It's just a very slow news cycle because everything's dominated by all the crazy stuff that is going on right now in the country. So there's that. I did see that you went to the Netflix house. Is that what it's called? Netflix house?
Sort of, not exactly.
Okay.
I was shooting a video today, and I met up with my friend Dave, and he's like, "Where should we meet?" I said, "Let's meet at the King of Prussia Mall." So we went there to meet up to go to the location we were shooting at today. Mm-hmm. And then on the way back, we went back to our cars, and we were like, "Hey, you want to take a walk through the Netflix house?" So we just kind of did a quick walkthrough, looked in the gift shop. We didn't actually really dig into the place, but we will soon.
Yeah. I'd love to check that place out. I know it's we watched that fly through with the drone.
Yeah.
I think it was on your stream that we watched it.
Yeah, it's a pretty neat looking place. And they have a theater called the Tudum Theater. And I was asking how that works. I'm like, well, what do you guys do here? And they said, well, we'll stream a movie that's going to be playing on Netflix a couple days in advance. So, as a theater enthusiast, now Netflix has been getting a little better about putting their stuff in theaters. But, let's take, for example, Pee-wee's Big Holiday. Pee-wee's Big Holiday went direct to Netflix. I waited like 30 years for a new Pee-wee movie. I was pissed off I couldn't see that in theaters. But at the Netflix house, a couple days before the movie debuts on Netflix, you can go and sit in their theater and watch it in their theater right there.
So you don't have to wait for like a revival of it to happen to see these movies. If they're coming to Netflix, you can go watch it in the Netflix theater.
Well, it's Netflix originals. It's all
yeah,
Netflix originals.
yeah. But I'm saying, like you said, Pee-wee's was it Big
Or
Top
Pee-wee's Holiday.
Right. So they have that there because it's coming to Netflix, so you can go watch it there, right?
Well, no, they didn't. I mean, I was throwing that out just as an example.
Gotcha.
But it's like if there's a Netflix movie coming out
Right.
and you want to see it in the big screen, you could go there and watch it, and it's free, but you have to go online and reserve your seat. That's the only thing.
Okay. But they sell a lot of stuff in there, like food. There's a food court and stuff like that.
Oh yeah,
right?
yeah. I was looking in the gift shop. They had a lot of Stranger Things merch. I was tempted by some of the Squawk merchandise. They had like Squawk shirts and baseball caps and
Yeah. We might watch the fly through with the drone again. That was a cool video. Just to let everybody see what you're talking about. What do we got going on in the chat? Lance. So funny. Acknowledge me. Or you're watching TV with your wife at the moment. You're always doing something, man. I mean, you got like 20,000 children. So there's that. Harrison says, never thought I'd miss 2025, but here we are. I stay optimistic. Things will get better. Well, actually, I'm starting to feel like things are going to change because I think things have gone a little too far for a lot of people finally in the political space, and we might actually see some changes. I don't want to turn this into a political stream, though. You guys know with the Nerdcast, like to keep it as light as possible. But I would be lying if I got on here and said that I was not affected by all the drama that's been happening. It's been really bad. Naruto here with a $5 super chat. Thank you so much. By the way, it's only 5 tonight, and I'm only doing a goal in the Reloaded channel. I'm not doing one in the Debunks channel. If you want a super chat, I do appreciate it. We're only doing 5 in the Reloaded channel, and it's of any level. So thank you. This is 1 out of 5. Says, I have a feeling on Monday people are going to say the documentary on Stranger Things 5 is the actual final episode. I did see that Netflix crashed because there was that lie that they were putting out another episode. Did you see that?
Yeah, and I don't get it. Like, how is there even room for another episode? Like, the finale was pretty definitive.
Yeah.
Like, I'd be angry if there was another episode. I'd be like, well, I loved the finale. I'm like, you just ruined the finale. we had a great, I saw it in theaters, you know? It's like, you're going to put an extra, now it's like, now we get 1 extra episode and it's not going to be in theaters. It's going to be at home, and it doesn't make any sense.
Yeah, I saw this thing. Thank you for the super chat, Naruto, by the way. Conformity gate. I don't really understand what that is. I've seen memes of it, but I really don't know what. I haven't had a lot of time. I literally set up all my DJ stuff here. I had to do a bunch of stuff over the last 2 days with all the news that's going on. I have no fucking clue what conformity gate is.
I think that was the name of the guy, or the screen name of the guy who started the rumor.
Conformity?
I think so.
Let me look this up. I want to know what it is. I'm gonna Google it because I want to know exactly what it. I'm sure somebody in the chat could tell me quickly, but I want to look it up. All right, let's see. All right. Some fans believe. Okay, so here's the guys in the chat. Correct me if I'm wrong about this. I'm going to read out what it says here that I found, and this is from The Guardian, is where this comes from. The site, The Guardian. The core claim is some fans believe the ending we saw isn't the real ending. That what Netflix released was actually a fake or illusionary finale designed to lull audiences into a sense of closure. The theory suggests that Vecna, or the Mind Flayer, didn't actually lose, and that the happy ending is a manufactured reality or hallucination, a metaphorical conformity instead of the true conclusion. And the reason why they're saying this as visual patterns, characters, hands positions, or colors in certain scenes might echo past imagery. Easter eggs, Dungeons & Dragons book spells X a lie, which they interpret as a hint that what we watched was false. Fans tied the number 7, like the dice roll in the credits, to January 7 as a predicted release date for a real episode. Oh my God, this is... I almost wish I didn't look this up. That's just so stupid. Oh gosh, I hate.
So what? People didn't want them to win. They wanted a final episode where it turns out Vecna actually won.
I believe there's a group of people that hated what they did with the final season, so they've created some conspiracy theory that it's not real. That's what I think it is.
I haven't heard anyone say. I mean, I remember. I don't want to pull the rug out from under you. Did you talk about the final episode on one of the previous streams?
Monday.
Okay.
Or Tuesday. Actually.
All right. I didn't want to steal your.
Yeah, go ahead.
But no, I remember you told me you had issues with like the epilogue, the last 40 minutes, and yes. I've heard other people say that, but I haven't heard anyone say they didn't like the episode. Pretty much.
I liked the episode. I thought it was a good finale.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. Every single person I've heard has said they liked it. It was a good finale. They may have had an issue with A or B. Like there may have been a thing they had an issue with. But generally, I haven't heard a single person say that they did not like that final episode, except
people that didn't watch the final episode.
Except the people who were like, we didn't like it. Will suddenly turned gay. And those people clearly weren't watching the show all along.
Well, so they also
really give a crap what they thought.
So I kid you not, I spent several days last week going through and reacting to like people that didn't like the finale. I think there's like 3 videos on the Debunks channel about it, but essentially there's a few recurring patterns that I see. One of them is that a lot of people believe, or they keep calling the penultimate episode the finale. They keep saying that. They're like, oh, well, he beat Vecna by saying that he was gay. And I'm like, that's literally not what happened at all, which tells me, like you said, they didn't watch the episode.
Yeah, there's no way you watched the episode and walked away with that.
Yeah. So, you didn't get a notification for the stream? That's weird. It's YouTube though. I don't know.
Yeah, I actually didn't get one either, but I looked and saw you were on.
That's really weird. But going back to this, also people that complain about how stuff doesn't feel grounded enough, and I'm like, but Stranger Things it's never really been a totally grounded show. It's about D&D and the Upside Down and stuff like that. I mean, if you're talking about the idea that these kids are able to beat these monsters, it's been like that since season 1. They always beat the monster. That's what they do. They do it every season. So that's another thing. How did they beat the Mind Flayer and Vecna the same way they beat the Demogorgon and all the other stuff they've ever beat on Stranger Things? It's a show where the kids beat the monsters. It's a D&D show. So, yeah. But the issue I had was, well, a couple things. I believe that the reason why the finale was 1 episode instead of 2 is because the epilogue took up almost an hour of the 2-hour finale. And I think they would have probably had a lot of people really mad if they set through an entire episode that had nothing in it but characters talking to each other. I think that would have... I think it would have pissed people off. I don't agree with it, but I think it would have pissed people off. The other thing is they front loaded the episode. Like all of the big stuff happens within the first hour, and then it becomes all like wrapping up storylines for the second hour. And for me, I felt like a little bit of it was like really indulgent. That was my only issue. But I understand why they did it from a narrative standpoint. I understand why every character had to sort of tie up their loose ends or whatever. And I understand that part. And plus, it made $25 million in theaters after the episode of Will coming out, which defeats the argument that fans rejected that because it made $25 million in limited viewings around the country.
Right.
So,
I mean, the bottom line is fans have been waiting for Will to come out for years.
Yeah.
We knew that was coming. We would have been disappointed if it didn't come because we been expecting it. So,
well, I watched a video where somebody was reacting. I don't know if you saw it or not, but this guy was reacting to people on TikTok talking about Stranger Things. One of the people said that it was obvious that Will was gay, and the very next person says that it felt like it was shoved in at the last minute because nobody saw it coming. And I'm like, how can you be a fan of the show and say you never saw it coming? It's been teased since the first season.
Yeah.
So, I don't know. It's weird. We got another super chat here. $2 super chat from Lone Wolf. For positive, can we talk about the new Fallout episodes? I'm going to wait because you're not watching Fallout, are you, Joe?
I've never seen Fallout.
Okay.
I haven't even seen the first season.
All right. We will wait a little bit to see if anybody else comes in, like Darren or someone else that might be watching it, because we can talk about it, but I would prefer for them to be here so I don't have to every time somebody comes in, go, hey, are you watching Fallout? What do you think of it? We'll wait for a few more people to get here first if we do that.
Is it worth watching? Is that
I enjoy it. I think it's really good. It's on season 2 right now.
Okay.
So, did you ever play the game?
No.
Then you'll love it.
Okay.
Like honestly, the people that complain the most about it are the people that played the game. My partner has never played the game and loves the series. So,
well, I'm a firm believer that these adaptations need to ignore the game because a game is a game, a movie is a movie. They're two separate things. Like, I didn't even know what was that horror movie that came out this year. Was it called Near Dark or? I think it was called Near Dark.
Yeah, I think you're right.
I thought it was a pretty good movie. Pretty good movie. Then someone said, well, it wasn't like the source material. And I'm like, what source material? There was source material? What was that, a comic book, a novel? Someone goes, it's a video game. And I go, I didn't know it was a video game. They said, yeah, and it's not like the game. And I said, well, I don't care because I saw the movie and it was a good movie. So
Until Dawn.
Yeah, that was it. Yeah. That was it. I'm
like, so it's Until Dawn. You said Near Dark, which kind of feels like
Near Dark's actually an 80s vampire movie.
Yeah.
But I was like, that tells me that they made a good movie in its own right.
Yeah.
You know.
Yeah, well, look, Spooky Kitty right here says, I love the games of the show is peak. I'm not saying that you can't. I'm just saying that most of the complaints that I see about it are that it's not like the game, which I think is a really silly comparison.
And then did you see the Halo TV show?
Yeah, I enjoyed that too.
That was a great show. Yeah. And I heard fans of the game complain because he took his helmet off. And it's like he doesn't take his helmet off in the game. And it's like, well, was that like a creative choice or was that because you're playing a game?
So in shows, I look, okay, the chat, I'm probably going to get some heat for this, but this is the reality of it. A lot of times when these showrunners or studios or whatever pay for certain actors to be in a role, they want to show the actor because that's what they want. They want what they're paying for, essentially, right? They're not paying them to be a voice actor. They're paying to be an actor. Right? That's the reason. So like with The Mandalorian is one of the few shows where for the most part they do sort of follow the lore, right? But and I think was it the Judge Dredd movie, not the first one but the second one, they tried to do that as well by making the helmet stay on or whatever. But a lot of times they don't want to do that. They want these actors to show who they are. So let's see what. No, really, Eric, that's always been a thing. Wait, are you asking or are you saying you agree with me? Because there's a question mark on one part and there's an exclamation point on the other. So I don't know.
Do you want to hear a funny video game movie anecdote? Mm-hmm. I was on a stream with somebody once and I said that I liked Halo. And they were like, well, we don't like it because it's not like the game. Mm-hmm. And I said, well, the writers should say, forget the game. We're making our own thing. You take cues from the game, but you're making your own thing. It's got to stand on its own. And he says to me, no. If you're making an adaptation of the video game, it needs to be a 1-to-1 adaptation that is exactly like the game. That is the only way they will succeed. And he said, for example, that's what they did with Sonic the Hedgehog, and it was good. And I said, no, they didn't. I played the Sonic game. He doesn't come into the human world and team up with a cop. And no, the Sonic movie did exactly what I said. It's like we're going to do our own thing and we'll use the game for inspiration.
Mm-hmm. That's true. All right, so let's do a couple things here. Hold on, let's share that on my screen. Let me see here. Oh, by the way, before we get too far in, let me read off what the options are. If you guys did want to donate, we're 2 out of 5. We need 3 more super chats of any tier in the Reloaded channel, and we'll hit the goal. Here's the options for what we're going to get. These aren't top 5 lists. These are completely different things that we could do. The number 1 is a bonus after party with Paige on a Saturday. So I know we scheduled one for February, but if you guys want, we can schedule like an additional one, like maybe close to or right after the other one, if you guys want to do that. Ranking all Pixar films. We'll do a tier maker list and we'll rank all the Pixar films, which
it's a lot.
It's a lot. Yeah. A Jackbox game stream. So if you guys want to play Jackbox, I can queue it up here on the computer. We can play. or a dispatch stream, which is another video game. It's pretty popular. I have it downloaded, but I haven't played it yet. And I want to do a stream on it, but we need to figure out if I can fit it in. And if you guys want that, we can do that. Right now, the winning votes are going to bonus after party with Pagey, but you guys can keep voting until you figure out what we want. All right. So I wanted to pull this up. These are the 20 comic book projects releasing in 2026. And I didn't see anything, or I didn't notice anything missing from the list, but chat can certainly chime in. I just want to gauge everybody's interest in this. So as we're talking about this in the chat, let us know what you think. Are you excited? You not excited? And Joe, you as well. I'm going to give my thoughts. So let's start out with movies. So we have 5 movies coming out in 2026, presumably right now. We have Avengers Doomsday, Spider-Man Brand New Day, Supergirl, Clayface, and the Batman Nightfall Part 2, I believe, which is an animated movie. Are you excited about any of these, or which ones are you like definitely going to see?
Other than the Batman animated movie, I'm excited about all of these. Very excited.
Anyone? Okay, so take Nightfall out of it. Out of those 4, is there any 1 or 2 of those that you're prioritizing? Like you're going to see day 1? Or are you seeing all of them day 1?
I'll see all of them day 1.
Okay, including Clayface.
That's actually probably not true. I'll tell you why. I would like to see all these day 1. Unfortunately, with the possible exception of Clayface, because it's a horror film, my wife is going to want to see all of these. All of
the live action ones, right? Not the Batman one.
Yeah. I mean, she doesn't do horror, so since that's being called a horror film, she'll probably want to skip that one, Clayface. But she's going to want to see Avengers. She's going to want to see Spider-Man. She's going to want to see Supergirl. So she may tie me up from seeing them opening day because I almost prefer when she doesn't want to see a movie with me,
right?
Because I'm not on her schedule then.
Hey, chat, let us know which one of the movies you're the most excited for. I want to see what the chat says. And we have Jake joining us in the back there. What's up, Jake?
What's up? How you guys doing?
Good. I just pulled up the first topic, and you arrived right as I was talking about the first topic, which is the movies releasing in 2026 in this list. Any of them that you're going to skip? Any of them that you're super excited for? Any of them that you don't care about? What are your thoughts on the 5 movies we're getting?
As far as the movies, I mean, I won't skip any, but there is a order to my excitement.
Okay. Well, do you want to give your order then, if you know what it is?
Sure. Yeah.
Yeah. Go ahead.
I guess from top to bottom, I'd say Spider-Man, then Avengers, then Supergirl, then Batman, then Clayface.
So wait. That's like best to worst or worst to best? Okay. So Clayface is at the end of your list.
Yeah, but I'm still looking forward to it. But
is it because you don't like this direction for the character, or you just haven't seen enough to get you excited yet? Which one do you think that is?
It's that second one, because I like that premise and I like the people behind it. I like their previous work. I don't want this to be another situation like Joker. So that's why I'm hoping we stay away from.
Wait, what do you mean, like the first Joker or the second Joker?
Either one, really. I am. So, because people have been saying, "Oh, like, is there a chance Batman appears in this before they actually have somebody cast?" If they do have a Batman appearance, I say, just do what Creature Commandos did. You see a silhouette and maybe a pair of glowing white eyes. That way, you don't actually have to cast anybody. Or
do we believe we're going to really see Batman? Any of us believe that?
I mean, since it's coming from Clayface's point of view, you might get like a pair of white eyes in the background, but that's it. I mean, I wouldn't be upset if we didn't.
Wait, this isn't like a prequel or anything, right? This is like just taking place sort of chronologically in the DCU.
Well, it's going to be a different Clayface than what we saw in Creature Commandos. So.
Yeah, but that's my question: is wouldn't he'd already be interacting with Batman then? I guess.
Maybe. Yeah,
unless he doesn't actually become "quote unquote" Clayface until the end of the movie.
I don't think that's going to happen.
I would say it's tough for me, right? Spider-Man is my favorite Marvel superhero, individual Marvel superhero, right? I love the X-Men, but my favorite individual Marvel superhero is Spider-Man.
Supporting my two right here.
Right. Okay, so we got that. Avengers has everyone in it, including the X-Men. So that's another movie where I'm like, this includes characters that I love. So it's tough for me because...
It might also include Spider-Man.
Exactly. Right? And then Supergirl is my most anticipated DCU project so far. Like, that's the one I'm the most excited about seeing, even more so than I was Superman. And I was excited for Superman. Batman Nightfall is okay. It's a good story. I believe that's a streaming movie. So, I'll watch it when I watch it. Clayface, and I know people hate this, and Darren he and I have talked about it a little bit. I don't really care much about Clayface.
It is interesting that they got this fast track so quickly, whereas half the stuff announced in that initial slate has had no progression. But apparently the pitch for this and the script for it were so strong that they said, "Hey, we can do this on a cheap budget. Let's move it." The release date's a little maybe a little cursed, but we'll see how the movie turns out.
Yeah.
What's wrong with the release date?
It's September 11th.
I'd push it to October. I think it should be a Halloween movie.
That's a good point. I would agree with that. Lone Wolf says, I'm intrigued that Clayface is going to be a body horror. Yeah, I think they're trying to latch onto that Substance type crowd or whatever. Yeah. Look, I love that Eric and Bob are opposite when it comes to Clayface. I just don't have much of a connection to that character. I like a lot of Batman characters. Clayface for me has never been at the top of my list except for the animated ones.
Fair.
I don't really,
I like the Arkham Clayface just because of the story that they did with him.
Yeah.
But...
I am a little bit disappointed about one thing.
What's that?
James Gunn went into this whole DC Universe thing by saying that it was their goal to have the same voice actors play the characters in live action.
Uh-huh.
So when Creature Commandos came about, having already said that, and one of my favorite actors, Alan Tudyk, was the voice of Clayface, I was like, yes, Alan Tudyk's going to star in the Clayface movie. And I was so excited because I love Alan Tudyk.
Well,
and then they pulled the rug out from under us, and it wasn't Alan Tudyk.
Yeah.
Well, it's just going to be a different Clayface. It's that simple.
Yeah, maybe.
All right, so... Oh, go ahead, Joe.
I will say real quick, of these movies, the one I'm most excited about is Supergirl. As much as I love Spider-Man and the Avengers, I've seen multiple films in those franchises already, whereas this is the first Supergirl.
Yeah.
So this one, it feels newer, it feels fresher, it feels like something we haven't seen before. So...
All right, so let's talk about TV animated shows. So we have 3 of them on the list here. We have Friendly Neighborhood Spider-Man, Season 2. We have X-Men 97, Season 2. And Invincible, Season 4. Now, Jake, I know you're a big cartoon person like me. So you watch all this, I think, right? You watch all these shows?
2 of them.
Okay. I'm guessing Invincible is not one of them?
I don't like Invincible. I'm sorry.
Okay. All right. Joe, do you watch any of these cartoons?
I watched season 1 of Invincible, and I really enjoyed it. But for whatever reason, I never went back. I think I didn't realize season 2 had dropped, and then so much time. I don't know. I haven't seen it past season 1, but I did like season 1. Never watched X-Men 97, and I really
You should, though. You should watch X-Men 97.
Yeah, I may have to jump into that. I didn't like the 90s version, but if I can jump into this one cold, I might check it out.
You can, for sure.
I did really like your Friendly Neighborhood Spider-Man.
I've said this before. The Friendly Neighborhood Spider-Man, and I know Jake's going to completely disagree with me on this one, is my favorite Spider-Man TV show.
You like what you like.
Yeah, but I know you really like those 90s Spider-Man shows.
I do. So I'll say this. I think Friendly Neighborhood is the best since probably Spectacular. But granted, that bar is pretty low because Ultimate was okay at best, and then the 2017 one was hot garbage. So
I will say nostalgia. If I involve nostalgia, Spider-Man and His Amazing Friends would be my number one, only because I nostalgically love
I mean,
that
I love
cartoon.
that one too.
But I don't think it's a better story than. There we go.
We're getting Nicholas Hammond over here.
Yeah, the live action.
Yeah.
But yeah, so Invincible is one of my favorites. I know you don't. Obviously, you don't like it, Jake and Joe. You haven't caught up with it, but it's going to be tough for me because I love all of these. So I don't even know if I can rank them in the order of how much I love them because I love all of them. So, I mean, I don't really have a metric for ranking them. I'm just excited about all of them together. We're going to do TV shows last. Let's scroll down here to games for all the gamers out there.
I was going to say, for the animated shows, it's like X-Men's at the top for me. You know that. Then Spider-Man, then that's it.
Yeah. So for games, we have the Lego Batman. We watched that trailer, and I know, Jake, you were super excited for that Batman game. Then we have the Wolverine game, which I know Jake is also excited about. Then we have Marvel am I saying this right? Tokon? I think it's Tokon. Yeah, Fighting Souls, which is a fighting game. The 1943 Rise of Hydra. Is that still happening in 2026?
I doubt that's coming this year. I highly doubt it.
Oh, man. Yeah, I feel like it's going to get delayed. Just like they said that GTA 6 is now getting pushed back for sure because they're still not done with features on it. So
we're going to get the X-Men and an Avengers movie before we get GTA 6.
Then we get Invincible Versus. Joe, you're not a gamer, I'm assuming, right? Like you're
not modern day games.
Okay. Classic games though, like Nintendo and stuff like that. Yeah.
In fact, I spent today at a classic video arcade.
Yeah. You have to come here because I believe there's one of those down the street for me as well, like a classic arcade. So
you mean classic games like these?
Oh, wait, hold on. Wait, what is that? Let me Punch Out? And is that the starter cartridge with all the games on it?
Yep.
Oh gosh, that's great.
Yep. And this is not Punch Out, it's Mike Tyson's Punch Out.
Oh, of course. All right, so Jake, what's your order on these games?
Oh, games?
Yeah, like which one are you anticipating the most? And we know Invincible's not one of them, so that
so I'm gonna go. I need to see a little more from 43. Right now, I'd put it at the last spot, though. I am looking forward to it, but I just need to see more. Then I'd go Tokon, and those top two are really fighting it out. I'm excited for both for different reasons. While I think I'm really gonna enjoy the Wolverine game, I have to go pro-con because we've gotten so many Batman games, and we've gotten only 2 quote-unquote modern Wolverine games, and they're both, I think, good in their own ways, but also I think this Batman game just might, I don't know, have more to offer. Like, I don't think Wolverine is going to be as, big and open as a game like Spider-Man in 2018. I'd love to be wrong on that. I don't know. I'll say Wolverine at number 2 and then Batman. Wow,
you're actually putting Wolverine at number 2. That's pretty crazy.
That's difficult, but also if you were to ask me tomorrow, the answer could change. So.
Yeah. Before we move over to TV shows, because I want Joe to see this as well. This is the trailer for the Rise of Hydra, the 1943 game. It looks like a movie, honestly. Like it looks so good, it could be like a movie. That's the way I
see this. Captain America in this looks a hell of a lot better than that 2020 Avengers game.
Yeah. So here we go. This is the Rise of Hydra. This is an old trailer, but this is the game. So
they're combing the streets, searching house to house.
If they arrest you two, they will take you to their headquarters, and you will not return.
I'm more concerned with the 6-foot cat man who's got claws that can cut through vibranium alloy.
He looks a little bit like John Walker, actually.
A little bit. Harrison, it's Gary Payton.
By my count, that makes 2 super soldiers loose in Paris.
3, counting you.
And that's 2 too many.
I'll be there before the sun rises. Before the Germans, before that American. The Eye of Force has been found.
Please, Just
Oh my god, this looks so good.
be careful.
Oh no, it totally is.
Stand
Never
beside
mind.
me.
When am I not?
It's better if I tackle this one alone.
You may encounter some obstacles.
That won't be a problem.
Our cat friend is definitely here too. By the look of things, he's not very far ahead.
The American boy is right on your heels.
Who the hell are you?
If you wanted us dead, we'd be dead. So what do you want?
Answers.
That's far enough!
Stay out of my way!
Stand aside!
I do not take orders from anyone!
I don't have time for
That gave me
this.
chills.
Neither do I.
Yeah, I'm super excited for that.
So, Eric, I don't know if you could hear me, but did you hear who was voicing Black Panther?
No,
That's Carrie Payton.
Really?
Yeah.
Waffles, waffles,
Definitely not the
waffles,
first
waffles.
Marvel voice he's done.
The frame rate was YouTube. I don't know. It was doing that on YouTube. It was doing it for me when I was watching it.
Yep, that's Cyborg, indeed.
All right, so let's talk about the TV shows. We got a lot of TV shows in 2026. So let's go through these. We have the final season of The Boys, season 5. We have the Nicolas Cage Spider Noir Amazon show, which, even though it was supposed to be on MGM, now apparently it's confirmed that it'll be next day on Amazon. So I'm not going to subscribe to MGM. I'm just going to watch it the next day. Then we have the Lantern Show. We have Daredevil Born Again Season 2. We have the special presentation Punisher mini movie. We have Wonder Man's full season coming out in just a couple weeks. And then we have Vision Quest. I'm watching every single one of these. These are all on my list. Do we have an order of what we're most excited for to what we're not excited for?
I'm easily most excited for Wonder Man.
Okay.
I'd say Wonder Man, Vision, Punisher, Daredevil.
Wonder Man, Vision. Is that what you said?
Yeah.
Wonder Man, Vision, Punisher, Daredevil. Okay. So you're not excited for Spider Noir or Lanterns at all?
Oh, I forgot about those. No, actually, wait. Let me reorganize. Lanterns is tops. Lanterns, then Wonder Man, then Vision, then Spider Noir, then Punisher, then Daredevil. I'm not going to watch The Boys.
Okay. Jake, what about you?
I'm going to go Spider Noir, Daredevil, Punisher, Lanterns, Wonder Man, Vision.
Vision's at the end of your list?
Yeah.
Really?
Yeah.
Even though it's going to have some ties to WandaVision and the kids?
Yeah, I just don't really care that much.
But yeah, go ahead, Joe.
Oh, I'm sorry. I was going to say, I do have one thing with Vision, though, that bothers me. It's being done by Terry Matalas, who did season 3 of Picard.
And you have an issue with season 3 of Picard,
I think season 3 of Picard is the worst season of modern Star Trek.
It's the only good season of Picard.
I disagree. I think it's the worst season of Picard. It's just nothing but nostalgia bait and fan service.
Yeah.
But so far, all the Marvel shows tied to WandaVision, Agatha, those have been the best ones.
Yeah.
So
I'm excited about Wonder Man. I'm just really mad that they're dropping it all in one day in terms of like for the show. I think it's great for us. We can all like kind of binge it over the weekend, but I think it's bad for the show to all come out at once.
I will not be able to binge it.
They're only half-hour episodes, I think.
Even still, there's no way I'm going to get Christine to sit down and it'll probably take us like 3 weeks to get through them.
Eric, doesn't that sound familiar? You know, they did it with Ironheart. They did it with Eyes of Wakanda. You notice a pattern here?
Yeah, I do. Well, I do. I actually think it's more than that. I think they're just trying to dump these shows because everything's going to reset after Secret Wars anyway.
Yeah.
That's what I believe. We did have a video clip here. We're going to talk about some comments made by Nathan Fillion about Guy Gardner and the Lanterns TV show.
Can Batman just punch him in the face already?
It's over on the Collider here, their Twitter. So this is taken from a interview where he was talked about another show that he's a part of. I don't know what show it is. Probably should have checked. But they were asking him about Lanterns, and he had this to say about it. And it started a little bit of controversy. What sound are you talking about? Like the popping sound, Superior Nav? It's not me. I'm not sure who it is. Who does anybody in the chat know who it is? It's not me. It's either Joe or Jake.
There's nothing popping over here.
I wonder, is it Jake's then? Is it is yours doing something weird?
Is it this?
Wait. See, try it. No? I didn't hear anything. It's Jake's bottle. Well, Lone Wolf says he thinks it's your bottle.
Oh.
So, I don't know. All right. We're going to watch this clip and see what Nathan Fillion has to say about the upcoming Lanterns season of TV and the controversial comments that he's made that people are like, what? We hate Guy Gardner? Let's see what he has to say.
About out of time, but I have to ask you, I am so looking forward to Lanterns. And what can you tease?
Well,
there's cursing.
There's cursing. So when I went and did the recruit for Alexi, my character got to curse a lot, and I thought it was very freeing. It was very nice. I thought, oh my God, I dropped a couple of F-bombs and said some bad words in here. Looks like you can do that on Netflix. And then I went to Lanterns, again, thanks to Alexi, because he gave me the time and the ability to go out and do other projects. And I dropped more F-bombs than I have, I think, in my entire career put together in one scene of Lanterns. Yeah, he really lets loose.
All right, any thoughts on that? Do you like the fact that he's able to do that, or does it sort of screw with the continuity of his character from Superman?
I hate it. I hate it.
Are you? Is that a joke, or you mean that for real?
No, I'm very serious.
Okay.
I don't like the fact that this Lanterns TV show, Green Lantern's one of my favorite characters. Guy Gardner is my favorite Green Lantern. And I don't like the fact that this TV show is being a mature audience's show. I think you can do that. Obviously, the Suicide Squad and Creature Commandos and Peacemaker have been more mature audiences. But I feel like the Justice League centric characters should be more family friendly. We all came into these characters as kids, and it feels like a bit gatekeepy to be like, well, no, we're going to make them for adults now. I was introduced to these characters as kids. I want to share these characters with my kids, and I don't like the fact that they're taking the Justice League central characters and they're going to make them for mature audiences. That I don't think it's right.
So that makes me wonder now, how graphic is the show going to be? You know what I mean? I know it's a mature show, but are we talking like full on Peacemaker graphic or Penguin graphic, or what are we talking about here? So I'm a little curious how far we're going to go. Jake, you got an issue with Guy Gardner and Hal Jordan and Jon Stewart dropping F-bombs on the series?
Well, they didn't say anything about Hal and John, so...
well, I mean, they're at least, very least, they're capable of doing it because it's allowed, so...
I mean, it's on brand for Guy, but I just don't care.
Is this one of your... this is one of the shows you're looking forward to.
Yeah,
right?
I mean, I like it. Guy, I mean... Yeah, the only scene that made me chuckle in Superman was when he sent the tanks flying up with the middle finger. That's the scene I chuckled at. But
yeah, I see some people in the chat saying it's not on brand. Some people are saying it is. It's better. It feels to me like this is going to be it's going to be a dividing point for people over this character. I do feel like it. And I know it feels like a silly controversy, but it is something that people consider. Think about this. How bad people were because of Peacemaker being for adults, even though Peacemaker wasn't a big character in Superman. Well, Guy Gardner was literally introduced in Superman.
I'll just say this guy's not the Lantern I'm there for. And neither is Hal.
Oh, all right. We got a Jon Stewart fan in the building.
I like Hal well enough, but John's
What about Alan Scott?
I like Alan Scott. I like Simon Baz. I like Jessica Cruz. Not the biggest fan of Kyle, but I know he has his fans.
Well, let's see what else he had to say.
Really?
Yeah.
But I'm also so curious because what's really cool about Lanterns, and James has talked about it, and Damon, basically that it's going to be like a different tone, a different show than what people saw in Superman. But it's still the same character. But it's like a mystery on Earth, and there's 3 Green Lanterns. How do the 3 of you get along? What is that like, if you can tease?
I think everybody hates Guy Gardner pretty consistently. He's unlikable, and he doesn't mind. He's okay with that. I think he's a very defensive guy. I think he feels he's a guy with a chip on his shoulder. He doesn't want anybody close to him, but he also doesn't care what anybody thinks. That's a hard guy to get close to. That guy's brain damaged,
Yeah, but it must be fun to play because you usually play the hero.
Usually I'm the hero kind of guy. It's very freeing to play that kind of stuff. It's nice to get out and thank you again to be able to do these other more unlikable roles.
All right. So, thoughts on that? Any thoughts?
I would argue that Guy's more likable than Hal. I mean, Hal Jordan's a creep. Like, I mean, when Guy Gardner was in a coma, Hal was sleeping with his girlfriend. I mean, like, Hal's a womanizer. Hal's an a-hole. Let's just face it. I mean, Guy's an a-hole too, but a different breed of a-hole. Hal's the breed of a-hole who's like, I'm an a-hole, but I'm going to look you in the eye and pretend I'm the good guy.
Jake, any thoughts on that?
I'm just in a wait and see mindset. I'm going to watch Lanterns, but dichotomy between Hal and John, and any OO world building is what I'm going to be looking for most. Like, okay. I just don't care for Guy Gardner. If I never saw Guy Gardner again, I wouldn't complain.
Wow. Like this version or Guy Gardner in general?
Guy, period.
Wow.
The only time I was happy to see him is when Batman clocked him in the face. That was it.
You know what? This is interesting. In the chat, is anybody a huge fan of Guy Gardner? I am curious.
I was like, finally, someone shut this prick up.
If anybody is a fan of Guy Gardner. Because, Joe, you like Guy Gardner, right?
I love him. He's my absolute favorite Green Lantern.
So you mean from like back in the day, like he's always been your favorite Green Lantern, is what you're saying? Or
well, not always, because he wasn't my first Green Lantern. Right. My first Green Lantern was Hal from Super Friends. When I picked up the comics for the first time, it was John, because it was 1984 and I was in 7-Eleven and I saw a black guy in a Green Lantern costume and I watched Super Friends. I'm like, that's not Green Lantern. Who's this guy? So I picked it up the book. And then I became a monthly reader. So John was actually my first comic book Green Lantern. But then I got to Justice League International, which is the greatest run of any comic book in the history of the medium. And Keith Giffen gave us Guy Gardner, and it was glorious.
All right. So with that being said, it looks like the chat is sort of divided a little bit. Some people say they like him. Some people say they love him. Some people are indifferent to him. Jose said, I like the actor playing him. Okay. Well, let's talk about something that we need to update this because we haven't talked about it in a while, and I want to sort of calm some people a little bit on this one. And this is the Paramount, Netflix, Warner Brothers stuff, which I know Jake loves this topic. It's one of his favorite things to talk about. So, Paramount is sticking by its $30 per share tender offer for Warner Brothers Discovery, arguing in a statement Thursday morning that its all-cash bid remains superior to the deal the WBD signed with Netflix and urging the shareholders to back its bid. And they are like, no thank you, we're not interested, we're swiping left, we're not swiping right, we're not into it, we do not consent to this. So this is the 8th rejection of Warner Brothers now. They've told them 8 times, we do not care. You have to up the bid. Paramount's offer values Warner Brothers Discovery around $108 billion, which is $30 per share. Warner Brothers.
No one more desperate than David Ellison. Good God.
Yeah. WBD says the offer still provides insufficient value and carries significant cost, risk, and uncertainties because it's cash. People like if I were to tell Jake, I'm going to bring you $50 in cash, to pay for dinner, right? Then that I can hand him that cash. I will hand it to him, and he will have it in his hand. That's not the same way it works with this. With this, it would be like me saying, hey, Jake, I'm going to bring you $50 in cash that I have to borrow from other people, right? And then Jake might go, that means you might not get all that cash before you come over, and you're going to ask me to pay for dinner, right? So it makes it a little bit less suitable or desirable for Jake to do that. And that's the situation we have with Warner Brothers and Paramount and Netflix.
So where's my $50?
Right, exactly. I should bring it over. The board continues to recommend shareholders reject Paramount's tender offer. They remain committed to the merger agreement with Netflix, which is structured differently. Netflix is going to buy Warner Brothers Discovery Studios, streaming assets, and Discovery Global spinoff content. Think about this. What is missing on that list? Anybody? They're buying the studios, streaming assets, and Discovery's global spinoff. There's some pretty big things missing off of that list.
Yep.
Like an entire network. Yeah. HBO's completely missing off that list.
Sorry, I'm being short-spoken just because I don't want to add more fuel to this fire.
No, I mean, like, they're not interested in HBO. They're not interested in the Discovery Channel stuff or whatever. And yes, Serenity says games weren't mentioned. Yes, games are also missing from that as well.
They flat out admitted that they didn't put any stock into it at all.
Right.
And by the way, Netflix said the exact same thing when they when they presented their bid. They said, "Oh yeah, we didn't consider games at all."
Now here's the way this works, right? The Paramount offer expires on the 21st of this month, which means that Paramount can no longer secure the money unless Warner Brothers decides to go to the table with them. If that doesn't happen, it's over. They'd have to up their bid, or there's not even an option to go and ask for it, right? Now, as far as regulation goes, the House Judiciary Committee hearing has to look at the consolidation, how it might affect competition, and particularly in streaming. And lawmakers have already expressed concern about marketing concentration, consumer choice, and antitrust issues. I also want to point out we have a strike coming up very soon. Another Hollywood strike coming up. And there's a bunch of people, a bunch of the actual unions got together and have written letters expressing that Warner Brothers should stay a separate company, that it should not be a part of any other big studios or anything like that. They don't want it to be that way. They want it to stay a separate thing. They want to figure out a way for Warner Brothers to stay as a separate company altogether.
I second that.
I agree with that too. I don't know if that's going to happen or not. Let me double check. Go ahead. See what you're going to say.
You know why I second that? Because them being a separate studio, them being remaining their own entity, means there are more studios, which means you get more stuff. It's an easy net positive.
Yeah.
I definitely want them to stay their own thing. It's better for the business.
And the reason I wanted to look this up to be sure. So the unions are basically, they're not arguing about some of the issues that we argue about, like games and comic books and whether or not, movies will come out X amount of times a year. They're arguing for union gigs, which also includes people in the industry that are not just the big A-list actors like, Tom Cruise and The Rock and stuff like that. Fewer studios means fewer productions. That means fewer jobs for everybody. Less competition weakens bargaining power. This is another thing I never thought about. So writers, actors, and directors would be bargaining with the same 2 or 3 studios. So
there would be no back and forth because if everything's merged, the
Yes.
one big entity is having to compete with itself.
Right. And the last thing they argue about is the fact that it would reduce jobs for people in the hospitality business or people that work in Hollywood that rely on these studios being there to have enough things for them to provide services for, like craft services and things like that. So there's a lot of reasons why it would be better for Warner Brothers to stay separate. And we have that strike coming up. I don't know, this upcoming strike would be pretty detrimental, right? Because we're just starting to see some recovery in the box office this past year. And the last thing we need is another strike to push things back even further, which is almost certainly going to happen. And it's not going to be about this. It's going to be about AI. It's going to be about streaming and AI. Those are the two things that have been mentioned with this upcoming strike.
Every time I hear fucking David Ellison make a stupid comment like that, two things. A, continues to prove how desperate that fool is. And B, it makes me think of one of my favorite quotes from The Dark Knight where Michael Jai White goes, "Enough from the clown." I'm really tired of hearing shit from this guy.
I'm trying to find the date on the strike. Go ahead, Joe. You're going to say something?
During the last strike, I kept saying something that was not popular. People didn't want to hear it. People jumped down my throat over it. I think even over on the Shillcast, Dane jumped down my throat on it a couple times. But I kept saying that strike should never have happened. It was not the time to strike. And people kept saying, so you don't stand with the actors? You don't stand with the writers? So I didn't say that. I said it was the wrong time. We were in a time of box office recovery. We were still hurting from COVID. And when you strike, you want things to get better. And to do something that is going to hurt the industry further, it wasn't the right time for it. And unfortunately, it's still not the right time for it. So if they strike, I know they have legitimate concerns. They got to get these things straightened out eventually, but not now. You need to get the box office back before, because you can strike yourself out of a job. Like, you literally can strike yourself out of a job. Shows get canceled, and movies, projects that they pull the plug on them. You may not have a job to come back to if they don't fix the industry first.
I would almost guarantee, Eric Crash here, that the Marvels would have made more money if the strikes weren't happening.
Oh, yeah.
Strikes, but also the reworking of the title to not represent the brand.
Well, I even think with the title as it was, look, I don't think it would have been $1 billion movie without the title being changed or whatever, but I think it would have made its budget back for sure.
Make it clear that it's Captain Marvel 2.
Yeah, I would have put the movie in like the $400 to $500 million range for sure, easily. But
yeah.
So I got the info here on what the strike is because I wanted to look up the strike and the date. So the bargaining begins on February 9th of this year. It's a mid-year expiration date. This is going to be the Actors Guild and the Writers Guild. Those are the two that are going back in. Directors Guild contracts are in all the way until 2027, so they won't be striking. So this would be a bargaining cycle for the writers and the actors. And the issues that they have tossed up for the upcoming negotiations are AI protections. They feel like they're still not strong enough. They want stronger AI protections. They want health plans that cannot get canceled because a movie gets written off for taxes or taken off of streaming services. Because that's something that started recently. If you have a show that's on HBO Max that's been there for like 3 years, you get to keep your health insurance because of the fact that you're getting residual payments from Warner Brothers. But if Warner Brothers wants to take that show down and send it to Tubi, you no longer get payments from Warner Brothers for health insurance, and you lose your health insurance. It's a big problem. That's one of the big things they did. We didn't talk about it a lot, but that was one of the big reasons shows got pulled off of streaming. That's why Warner Brothers dumped so many shows. They saved money on paying health insurance for their employees. Pensions are up for grabs as well, and there's some other smaller conditions. But the big ones are AI and health plans, pensions, and streaming stuff. That's the big deal. So that could happen. The strike could happen. And this is not a director strike, it would be writers and actors, which if any of those strike, you end up in a really bad position, right? If writers strike, you have nobody to write the stuff for actors and directors to do. If the actors strike, you have nobody for the writers to write things for. If the directors strike, you have nobody directing the movies or TV shows that the actors and writers are on. So even though they're separate unions, they all sort of serve the same purpose.
You're going to get slowed down regardless.
Yeah. And think about this. Remember what happened with the last strike? We went almost a year with nothing. We had a year with almost no TV shows and no movies.
Hey,
That's a death blow for movie theaters.
It would also lower the value of Warner Brothers if they don't have a sale by then. If writers and directors go on strike and theaters start to suffer, then the value of those movie studios drop significantly. So I don't think they want that strike to happen either. Anthony here says, I feel like we're probably going to head to another strike and they're not going to get a deal done next month. The AI thing is the big one. I actually think they probably would concede on a lot of those other issues, but we know these studios want some fucking AI. They want AI bad. They're fiending for that AI. Harrison says, is there ever a perfect time, though? I get what Joe means, though.
Well, it's not that there's a perfect time, but there couldn't be a worse time. Like, I mean, that's the difference. Like, I mean, the industry is on the brink of destruction anyway. You can't give it the death blow right now.
Right. All right. Well, with that being said, before we move into another topic, we are still 2 out of 5 super chats to hit the goal. That's it. They're all like, you can do $1. I set it very low tonight. $1 will get us to the goal for 3 more. So $3 will take us there.
$1 used to be able to get you so much.
And guys, they're attacking this channel. And where's Omega when I need him? He's usually a good.
Yeah, where is he?
Who's attacking the channel?
No, it's a joke.
Oh.
Yeah, usually you'll find a YouTuber who is trying to like get people to do all these things, and they're always like, "I'm shadow banned," or YouTube is coming after my channel, or something like that. It's just a funny joke. It's an inside joke, kind of.
Yeah, where is that good-looking Omega?
All right, so we got some Star Wars stuff here. I don't know if go ahead, Joe.
I don't want to steal your thunder or anything, but like, did you talk about the Kathleen stuff on the last stream?
Kathleen Kennedy,
the Dave Filoni stuff.
Yeah, and I actually uploaded a clip of that today on the channel. So if you want to talk about it, you can. We've already discussed it a little bit. So
I just want to say that Star Wars fans are the most insufferable people on the planet.
Wow, shots fired.
Because during the prequels, all we heard is, we don't like the prequels. Get rid of George. Get rid of George. Get rid of George. George leaves, sells it to Disney. Guess what? Fans, you got exactly what you wanted. You got what you wanted. We hate Disney. Bring George back. Bring George back. Now, for the past decade, all I've heard online and from fans and all these channels, Dave Filoni should be in charge. Dave Filoni should be in charge. Dave Filoni should be in charge. Now we hear Dave Filoni's going to be in charge, and all my Twitter feed says is, he sucks. We don't want him.
Yeah.
Every time the fans get what they ask for, they don't want it anymore. F them all. Sorry.
It's okay. It's okay. No, I get it. So I want to talk a little bit about this, and we do have a comment about the Tom Cruise stuff. But here
I got something to send you after this too.
Okay. We got tons of Star Wars Starfighter news today. Jedis and lightsabers are in the movie, which I didn't think we were going to get that, but I guess they decided that was worth putting in there. How do we feel about that, by the way? Because I know for me, like I like a lot of the Star Wars stuff that doesn't even have anything about Jedis in it. So, do you guys care about that? Is it a big deal for you?
I like the non-Jedi stuff. Yeah, Andor is one of my favorite things we've gotten.
The Jedi are actually my least favorite characters in Star Wars.
Wait. Are Joe and Jake almost agreeing on something? I feel like there's
not even close because I love the Jedi.
Not really, because I hate Andor, but my favorite characters in Star Wars have always been the scoundrel characters, the Han Solos, the Lando Calrissians, the Mandalorian. I like Luke and I like Rey, but
Yeah.
they're not like real Jedi. Like, I mean, they were raised after the Jedi fell, so they don't like follow all the rules of the. I find like the old school Jedi to be kind of boring characters. They're dull. But
do you agree with that, Jake?
No.
I tried, guys. I tried to bridge the. I tried to do it. Maybe we'll come to some agreement about Star Wars between everyone on the panel before we move on. But Tom Cruise visited the set and filmed a lightsaber duel. Now, we did get a little bit on this. Let me find the tweet here. Let's see. Where's it at? Right here. All right.
Hey,
Says,
Eric, I'm gonna link the other thing I told you about in private chat.
Okay. All right, cool. I see it. All right, Tom Cruise directed a lightsaber duel in Star Wars Starfighter. Cruise just wanted to watch, he told them, but Levy, setting up a scene involving a lightsaber duel in the water, suggested the star jump on one of the cameras. He meant it as a joke, but there was Cruise wading into the muddy pond, holding the camera like a pro. So, good, bad?
it's kind of cool.
I don't look. There's a lot of people that hate Tom Cruise for a multitude of reasons. I know the Scientology stuff pisses people off, and he's kind of a dick sometimes. He had that whole recorded call where he was yelling at people during COVID. I know there's a lot of people that don't like Tom Cruise. I nostalgically like Tom Cruise because I grew up watching a lot of his movies. So of course I have a little bias towards him. I don't know, and I still think he's a great actor. Is that a hot take? I mean, I think he's really good.
I feel like if Levy had an idea, just run with it because he's been on a hot streak lately. So just let him do what he wants, really.
Yeah, I kind of agree with that. I don't know. Chat, you got to chime in. Am I taking an L for that or not?
No, I mean, I kind of love Tom Cruise. He's got a weird religion. Okay, yeah, he's got a weird religion, but everything else about him, and you know, as much as Scientology is weird, and let's face it, Scientology is a cult. But I don't know if you can get mad at people who are in the cult because they've been brainwashed. You know what I mean? Like, I mean, you kind of hope they'll see the light and open their eyes, but he has such an enthusiasm for film. I mean, he loves the movies. He puts himself at risk to do these stunts, and even that call you mentioned where we heard him telling people off. I think it's a far cry from when we heard Christian Bale doing it.
Yeah,
where Christian Bale was just abusing some guy who happened to walk by.
That's
true. These were guys who were like apparently putting the production at risk because they weren't following COVID guidelines. So I don't know. I really have a lot of respect for him. I don't like his religion, but you know, nobody's perfect.
favorite Tom Cruise movie? Anybody have one in particular?
Vanilla Sky.
Ooh,
Vanilla Sky. Love that.
Jake, you got a favorite Tom Cruise movie?
Cruise movies?
You don't have to have one. I was just asking if you did.
Outsiders.
My favorite Tom Cruise movie is Legend.
It's a good one too.
I love that movie. It's a weird movie, but I like everyone in it. I think it's a lot of fun. Actually, there's several different versions of that movie, by the way. Have you ever covered that movie before, Joe? Legend?
I mean, I've seen it.
There's like 5 or 6 different cuts of that film. It's really weird. There's like alternate endings and all kinds of weird shit. All right. We also have Steven Spielberg visited the set, which is interesting. The story will focus on a father-son dynamic. That's an interesting story. Like we get that a lot, but like in Star Wars, what does that look like? Because they're not going to be Jedi, so it's just a duo. You know what I mean? On a journey together. I actually think that sounds kind of fun to me. Tropic Thunder, Tom Cruise is pretty peak. Yeah. Interview with the Vampire. That's another interesting one.
I'll say this. I said Vanilla Sky is my favorite Tom Cruise movie, but it's not my favorite Tom Cruise performance. Magnolia. But I don't really consider that a Tom Cruise movie because it's such an ensemble piece.
Edge of Tomorrow is good. What is that like? Kill. What is it? Kill, die, repeat. Wait.
Live, die, repeat.
Live, die, repeat. They changed the name of it, right?
Yeah. It was
Did they?
originally Tomorrow, then it became Live, Die, Repeat.
Why did they change it? Because they felt like it was a better representation of the movie, I guess?
I think so. I think they thought like it said better what the movie was. And then they were working on a sequel. The sequel was apparently going to be called Live, Die, Repeat, and Repeat Again.
Ooh, that would have been crazy. It's like Everything Everywhere All at Once. And then Kathleen Kennedy had no hesitance hiring Sean Levy.
Why would she? He's like a hit factory.
Yeah. Yeah. He
Last
was also
Samurai is also a great cruise movie.
I would argue he was better in Top Gun 1. I liked him in Top Gun 2, but I love Top Gun 1. So, and that's nostalgia speaking, guys. You don't have to come at me for that one. Calling it Groundhog Day would have been distasteful. Yeah. By the way, thinking about that movie, it's completely not on topic, but Groundhog Day, would anybody want to do that? Like repeat the same day over and over and over again like that?
Nah.
Maybe for a few days, but not it would depend if I knew when the end game was, so I was getting out of it.
Well, the thing about it is, and I think they dealt with that in that movie and a little bit in Edge of Tomorrow, was you never know when the it's going to flip. You know what I mean? So if you do something, you never know if you're going to wake up the next morning and it is the next day. You know what I mean? So
there's another great movie like that with Andy Samberg called Palm Springs. And I'm not a big Andy Samberg
That's
fan,
a good movie.
I was surprised at how it's got Kristen.
Yeah, I saw that movie. I thought it was good.
Yeah, that's a good one.
According to the trivia, he relived over 10,000 times. So he lived for basically, 10,000 times. That's 10,000 days. My math in my head isn't working.
In which movie? In Live, Die, Repeat or Groundhog Day?
I think Groundhog Day. So it's like 28 years. 30 years. Okay, yeah, I was going to say it's pretty close. Palm Springs is underrated. I agree with that. I agree with that one. All right, we got some super chats here. Andrea here's $1 super chat, just contributing to the stream. Thank you so much. And then a $2 super chat. Hi guys, been a while, Eric. Yeah, good to see you back. Thank you for the super chats. Hope everything is going well. Whenever people go away for a while, I always get nervous. Staggervore here with a $4.99 super chat. Paramount may not get Warner Brother, but if the government regulation issue gets in the way, Netflix may not end up with it either. But then Paramount won't get it either. They would just wait. They'd just be stuck with the company. Which I think would be... Look, I'm okay with the government saying nobody can have it. like if the government came in and said nobody can buy it, they have to figure out a way to make it work. I would be okay with that. Because that means that chances are, David Zaslav would offload Warner Brothers in some way, like sell off individual IPs, and then we wouldn't get stuck with one of these companies running it into the ground. I think that would be better. Anything's better than Paramount getting it. But if Netflix doesn't get it, they would just have to sell off IPs, and then we'd end up seeing different characters mingle with each other in different stories and things like that. All right, Lone Wolf here with the $5 super chat. I'm aware it's not your usual topic, but I've seen channels talk about thoughts on Actors' Choice Awards nomination. I'm sure Joe has some thoughts. Do you watch awards, Joe, at all?
Sometimes. I haven't really followed the Actor Choice Awards.
I literally don't care about award shows. Typically because it's kind of a prestige thing within the industry. It doesn't really matter much to me individually because there's a lot of actors that I love that have never won any awards.
I also have pet peeves with award shows. Like, how come it's always the good movies that are nominated for everything? Because you can have, like, if an actor is good, right? Like, if you have a good actor, can't they give a fantastic performance even in a bad movie?
Yes.
Yeah.
Like, but you never see that. You never see somebody say, like, Dustin Hoffman was just great in Ishtar. We had to nominate him. Like, I mean, you don't see that. You don't see like one I always go to is in 2001. Yeah, everybody hated the Planet of the Apes movie with Mark Wahlberg, but how the hell was Rick Baker not nominated for Best Makeup that year?
Yeah.
Christian Bale in Love and Thunder.
Let's see what it says here. Oh, wait, hold on.
I'll say this, though. Everybody's talking about Timothy Chalamet being the top spot for that because of Marty Supreme. I'll say this. If Michael B. Jordan doesn't get it because of Sinners, that's going to feel like a little bit of a kick in the teeth.
Yeah, I'm just looking through. I don't see anything that jumps out as me from me in terms of like stuff. I'm just not a big awards. Look, I probably should be because of the kind of content I make. I probably should care more about this stuff, but I feel like it would be disingenuous for me to pretend like I care a lot about something that I don't really care about.
When me and my buddies were in college, we would follow things like the awards and the Oscars. We followed that shit religiously.
Yeah. Anybody look in the chat? Does anybody have any hot takes about the Actors' Choice Awards? Or you asked, Lone Wolf, do you have anything that you want to mention? I wouldn't mind hearing it. I mean, just type it in the chat and we'll look at it. Tom Hiddleston in Life of Chuck not being in the conversation is a fucking crime.
Oh my god, that movie was so good. But you know what? Here's the problem. Life of Chuck was a 2024 movie. It only got released this year, but it was on the film festival circuit in 2024, so I don't think it was eligible this year.
Right. Yeah. What Growly Bear? If they're not going, look, if they're going to give it to Paramount, I would take this over Paramount. I would take any option over Paramount. Paramount basically has swallowed up so many things. I don't want them to get Warner Brothers. And they've got a bad track record in theaters. They pulled, by the way, this is one of the things I want to talk about tonight. They pulled the Avatar movie from theaters, right? They pulled that away. And it looks like now there is a campaign. I don't think it'll do much, but there's been a petition launched online to demand the release of the movie in cinemas. Because it doesn't make sense for this not to come out in theaters. It's clearly them trying to bolster up the value of their streaming service. You know what I mean? Like, that's all this is. This movie should be in theaters. It's an animated film. Animated movies are doing extremely well in theaters right now.
I don't think it does do that, though. I don't think it does help their streaming service. Because we have learned from experience, time and time again, that movies do better on streaming after they have a theatrical release. Even if they fail at the box office, they still do better on streaming than movies that go direct to streaming.
Yeah, but they're doing it with all the Avatar stuff is getting sucked into Paramount Plus. I think they're trying to do it to get people to subscribe to Paramount Plus. They're looking at this in their minds as a loss of revenue to get more people to subscribe to Paramount Plus. They're willing to take a loss on it, which sucks because this is basically launching this universe pretty much, like in a big way. Putting it in theaters would have launched it in a big way. So I don't know. You're right though. You are absolutely right about the whole like value of a movie being better if it comes in theaters first and then goes to streaming. You're right about that, but it's just crazy. Steigervor says the only company I would have been okay with getting Warner Brothers is Comcast/Universal.
I would have hated that. Comcast Universal is enemy number one of movie theaters. They're the ones who started this crap of we're going to put our movies on PVOD after 2 weeks of release. I kind of hate Comcast right now.
I think an interesting option would have been Sony or Apple. Those two both would have been really interesting to me, I think. Lone Wolf here says outstanding performance by a male actor in a leading role is stacked. We got Timothy in Marty Supreme, Leonard in One Battle of Another, Michael in Sinners, Jesse in I can never say this, Begonia. All great films. Yeah. But keep in mind, these are the same people that folks were saying were in a bad year of movies. Right? They're saying 2025 was a bad year of movies, which is a ridiculous statement. There's a lot of great movies in 2025. It's just a lot of the big budget films weren't as big as they expected them to be. Like we talked about this on a stream. There's a lot of movies that were not huge blockbusters that were great films.
Yeah, well, they said the same last year. And 2024 is one of the most insanely good years for movies I can remember. It doesn't make any sense. We've had so many good movies this year.
Ramon here says Gunn should. What? I don't. Is that a word I don't know, or is that something that's misspelled? Troma, which is a studio, to buy Warner Brothers for the good price of $1.
I have no idea what that means.
Yeah, I don't know what that means, but look, Warner Brothers should buy that. Or they should buy Warner Brothers, I think what you're saying. Lone Wolf here says, outstanding performance by a stunt ensemble in the motion picture. F1, Frankenstein, Mission Impossible, The Final Reckoning, One Battle for Another, Centers. Tough choice. See, that's what I'm saying. A lot of these movies are great movies. So it doesn't make a lot of sense, in my opinion, to pretend like 2025 didn't have great movies. Red Silver Droid says, what's the wristband that Jake is wearing?
Oh, this?
Yeah.
It's one for my friend who passed away 10 years ago. They were made in honor of her.
Do you always wear that?
No, I don't. I don't always. I do from time to time. I just saw it on my desk today, so I put it on.
Oh, okay, all right. Yeah, I was wondering if I just missed it because I didn't remember seeing it.
Yeah, they've got like a little in memoriam thing here in like the inside of the pattern.
Specifically for Jake from Anonymous, was there a 9th episode that dropped for Stranger Things? I'm gonna let Jake answer it.
I'll say it in Spanish. No.
Okay. All right. So let's see. I had another thing here to look at, and then we can take a look at what Jake sent over because Jake did send something to talk about.
Sure did.
So we'll do that.
I'm surprised somebody noticed that I had this on because I mean I've had it on here before. So this felt a little, I guess, random.
All right. So we have some casting.
Does your shirt say Shitterbox? What does that say?
Glitter box.
Oh.
It's a record label.
Oh yeah, yeah. You know, I know what Glitterbox is. I just couldn't read it at first.
Oh yeah. All right. So we have the cast of the live action Tangled movie, and some Titans people might recognize one of the people that were cast here. So we have Tegan Croft as Rapunzel, and honestly, she looks so different. I didn't recognize her at first when I saw the picture. I was like, "Oh shit, that's Raven from Titans."
Yep, that cast deserves so much better.
And then we have, let me pull the window up here. Milo Manheim as Flynn Rider, which, by the way, did you see who was campaigning to play this role again?
Yep.
Zachary Levi?
Yes.
Isn't he a little too old for it?
He said that they could de-age him, and he would do it. So, and Catherine Hahn as Mother Gothel.
Oh, they didn't go with Scarlett Johansson.
Well, that one's not confirmed.
It's not confirmed yet, but all the trades are saying it's the one that they really want.
I mean,
so.
it's been the obvious pick for like 4 years.
Yeah. A few weeks ago, they were saying Scarlett Johansson was going to sign for that, but
I will say this:
it's better. I think.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah. I was going to say no shade to Scarlett Johansson because I like Scarlett. Catherine Hahn will sell tickets for this movie. People will come out to see Catherine Hahn in this movie.
And my kids are over the moon excited that Milo Manheim is in it.
Right.
ScarJo probably got a better deal with Batman. So.
That's true. That is true. Do we think this is going to be big money for Disney?
Oh yeah, they're all white.
Well, we'll see. Right, this is the litmus test, right, to find out if this works. Apparently, Tegan can sing as well. I heard someone say that she can sing. I haven't heard her sing, but somebody was saying that she could actually sing really well. We know Catherine can sing. So, Milo can sing. He did it in Zombies. Did he?
Oh yeah.
Why do I not remember that? trying to think. I would show it here, but it would get flagged immediately.
Yeah, he sang on like the main like song, the duet between him and the girl.
Oh, that's right. Yeah. Now I remember. I would say though, in terms of like the look of these actors in these roles, is perfect. Like they look the parts. I can see all of them playing these roles. Although there is some drama around Milo, apparently. Let me see.
Do you know who his mother is?
No.
Catherine Mannheim from the TV show The Practice.
Oh, really? Let me see. All right, so since he's been revealed in this cast, his past online comments and social media, this comes from The Express. A 2023 Instagram story he posted saying, "My heart goes out to everyone affected by the attacks on Israel." He hasn't publicly condemned the suffering of Palestine citizens in Gaza, suggesting a one-sided stance. And so he's been labeled a Zionist, which is something similar to the Gal Gadot controversy with Snow White. I don't see anything else about this.
People already had their issues with her before that, so
people got to get over this. I mean, it doesn't matter what side you're on, you're getting canceled. What do you call it? The Scream 7 actress got fired for being pro-Palestine, and now they want to cancel people.
Well,
it's like there's no side of this to be on where someone's not ready to cancel you. It's like there's no winning side on this one.
Well, I would say that, like, if you're an actor that doesn't want to take responsibility for supporting Palestine or Israel, don't make a statement on it. That's what I would say. Because I think if you do make a statement on it, then I think it's fair for the audience to pass judgment on that. You know what I mean? You made the statement.
I don't know. I kind of feel like...
Oh, Darren's here. Go ahead. Sorry.
I'm assuming, I don't know, maybe I'm wrong, but I'm assuming Mannheim, I think that's a Jewish name. Can we fault Jewish actors for being pro-Palestine?
Is he Jewish? Hold on.
I thought so. Maybe I'm wrong.
Glad you could make it, Darren.
Hello. I didn't know it was Thursday.
Yes, and we're talking about a Disney movie, Tangled live action casting. Do you have any thoughts on this?
Is something moving behind you, Darren? What is that? Sorry.
It's a cat. It's a cat. Giving herself a bath. No, I mean, yeah, I've talked about this a little bit. Tegan is such an interesting one because it's such an out of the box. I would have never in a million years been like, yeah, Raven's going to be our live action Rapunzel. But like now I've gone through some photos, I've looked at her. Yeah. There's been a video of her like singing online. I was like, oh yeah,
That's what I was saying earlier. Is that apparently she can sing. I've heard so.
Yeah, that cast definitely deserved better. I'll say that.
I'm happy that she gets to redeem herself. Milo is interesting because based on the movies I've seen, I would have been like, "What are you? No, of course not." But then I see this photo, I'm like, "Okay, well, maybe."
Well, Zachary Levi has said he would do it. He said he would come back and do it live action.
Yeah, I bet he would. Which sucks is because I think they probably would have given him the father role originally. Like it's already talked about, like like Mandy Moore making that role. They would have given it to him, I think, if it under if he just kept his mouth shut. And I know Catherine Hunt isn't official yet, but I've been watching that shit since like 2020. Like,
I think it's more official than Scarlett though. I think that this is more official than Scarlett Johansson.
Yeah, no, I like as soon as I saw Agatha back in like 20 with the WandaVision, I said that I was like, oh, she'd make a fantastic Mother Gothel, mainly because they're very similar characters. Like those two are very, very in line, so it's a little typecast, but I'm here for it. Are you okay, Jake? What happened?
Yeah, my hand just clenched up.
Ooh.
Oh, okay. But getting back to what Joe was saying before you stepped in or whatever.
Sorry.
No. I wanted you to be able to say everything quickly. Yes, Milo is Jewish. I did double check on that. So he is Jewish. But I think if anytime a celebrity makes a statement about something political or social, if they're not willing to back up their statement, they're gonna get in trouble with the public. That's just the way it is.
I guess it's just I feel like there's two wars, two major wars going on in the world right now. We got the Palestine-Israel conflict. We got Russia and Ukraine. And you look at Russia, Ukraine, there's an obvious bad guy. We all know who the bad guy is. Russia invaded another country. They're the bad guy. That's it. Israel, Palestine, I find it hard to figure out. It seems like, I don't know, this one's tough for me because it just seems to go back and forth.
Right. I think the issue is, because I don't want to go too deep into it because I know it's a hot topic and I don't want to do that, but there's a lot of propaganda surrounding Israel and Palestine online. And I think the problem is you have to be willing to look further than the propaganda. And unfortunately, it's just really difficult to do that when you have mainstream outlets that just don't like, to be fair, like a lot of mainstream places aren't even really talking about it. They're not talking about it anymore. So that's another thing, is you're only seeing like memes and stuff like that. And it's an old comment from him. It's from like years ago. So it's not even a recent comment that he made. So I think it's just like one thing I saw that he had a statement he had made or whatever. However, the reality of it is, whether you agree or disagree with anything politically or socially, this is a controversy that is going to definitely be talked about when this movie, leading up to this movie and when it comes out in theaters. 100%. Because the internet just loves to do that. They love to do that.
Yeah.
So.
Yeah. Eric, was there I know there was the thing that I sent you. Was there a honest topic on the docket for tonight? Or?
No, because I wasn't sure how many people we were going to have. So the timing is already off now. We're at 1:30 and I had only planned to do a 2-hour stream. Okay. And so I tried to make it taller, Darren. I was like, let me squeeze it over there. So we're not going to do a bonus topic tonight, but we will figure out the bonus topic for Monday tonight. So we'll talk about that. And then that's the one we'll do Monday. Cool. Let's see here. Private chat. That's where it was.
Yeah.
All right.
You knew I had to share that.
Yeah. I was wondering what it was, but you were telling me. I was like, oh, this sounds about right. All right, hold on. Where's the thing here?
Good.
This. There we go. Yeah. There was a lot of ads loading, and I just used the add-on to take the ads off. Gotcha. All right. Here we go. So, Spider-Man 3 Steelbooks reveal new artwork of Tobey Maguire's Web-Slinger and Topher Grace's Venom. Let's see. Are the pictures in here?
Yeah.
No?
Yeah.
They are?
Yeah.
Oh, there we go. Whoops. Oh, it's the imager there. All right. What in the world? All right. So there's the Venom. What do we think of this? This would have been another, or is it additional art or is it like an alternate design?
What do you mean?
Like, was this going to be something that, because this is in the movie, this is only in there for like the end part, right? The third act.
Yeah.
Isn't that the suit or whatever? Is there any additional design, or is this just a better look at the design that already existed in the movie?
There's like slight alterations in the editor cut, but
okay,
this would have just been a better look at what you got theatrically.
I would love a hot toy of this, or like a statue of this. This would be really cool. And you know me, I'm not even a fan of this movie.
I was about to say, you want to own something that has Topher Grace on it?
I mean, this is cool. I like the pose of this, honestly.
18 inches of Venom, anybody?
Oh my god.
Let's bring back that meme.
I'm wearing the appropriate shirt for this.
That meme.
Are you getting this Jake?
Absolutely.
When you get it, you have to show it off on stream.
I absolutely will. Spider-Man 3 is terrific.
Oh god. Least favorite Spider-Man of all time.
Really?
Yours?
Yeah.
Even under Amazing 2? Wow.
Yeah,
I could never put anything under Amazing 2.
Well,
I think that's
half of them.
I can. It's called Far From Home.
Oh, wow.
Far From Home's so good, though. That's my second favorite Spider-Man movie. After Spider-Man 2.
I like all of them at least a little bit.
I absolutely hate Spider-Man 3. I hate that movie. The only storyline I like in it is the Sandman stuff.
I think the first one, the first Amazing Spider-Man, is my least favorite
I think that movie's underrated, honestly.
Try the one with the lizard in it.
Yeah, I think it's fine. It just doesn't have enough of. I don't know. It's a little too just there for me.
The lizard stuff is probably the weakest part of the movie, but I do still really like it.
Oh, God.
Oh no, sir, go. You were talking first, Darren.
I was just gonna say, like my hot take is I don't really think there's a straight up bad Spider-Man movie. I think a lot of them have flaws. I think a lot of them have issues with them. But I think every Spider-Man movie has something to offer, even if it's just a little bit.
Well, that's what I mean. Like, I like the Sandman stuff in 3,
Yeah.
but I dislike the rest of the movie. But that's, yeah.
See, I struggle to think of anything good about Amazing 2. but I'll tell you, Amazing 1, I agree that one's underrated. It's not a bad movie. But I think it suffers from coming out after The Dark Knight. And what I mean by that is, if you notice, if you watch Amazing Spider-Man, there's not a single scene in that entire movie where Spider-Man's out in the daytime.
Wrong.
Every shot of that movie, Spider-Man is out at night. And I think that's because of The Dark Knight.
The first time you see him in the costume, it's in broad daylight.
When?
Is it?
The first time you see him swinging from the POV, you literally see his reflection in a building, and it's a bright sunny sky.
Well, that's the only shot then. It goes to all night after that. And I'm like, I think it's because it came out a couple years after The Dark Knight, and they were like, well, Batman's cool. He's only going to come out at night now. And then they fixed that with Amazing 2. Amazing 2, he's out in daylight all the time. But
hold on, let me see something.
Also fights Lizard in the school in the middle of the day.
Yeah, I was trying to remember. That is in the first one, where it shows him like balancing on the building before he falls.
Yeah.
I get what you're saying, though, Joe. Like, there was a lot of influence after The Dark Knight in that trilogy. I don't know if that was one of them necessarily for me, but yeah, like, you could see the like influence where a lot of movies were like dark and gritty now, and now it's serious and down to earth. But
yeah, let me. I'll share this. I think this might be the scene that that Jake is talking about here.
Oh, it's
this is the one I remember.
It's kind of two scenes together.
Yeah, but it's like this one right here where you see him at the top of the building. Is that it?
The Rhino scene is from the second movie, Jack.
Yeah, that's the one, because you see the POV of him swinging.
To be fair, the sun is going down, though.
But then he stops on the wall. You see him looking at his costume, and he stands up on the Empire State Building looking over everything.
So, sorry, I was distracted. Were you saying that the movie was inspired by The Dark Knight? Is that what you're saying? Or somebody said something about The Dark Knight?
no, I said because literally, like, Spider-Man, aside from that like one scene, you always just see Spider-Man in the night in that movie. Like, he only seems to come out at night. And that's a Batman thing. Like, you don't expect to see Batman.
Joe is getting Amazing Spider-Man 1 and 2 mixed up. Is that
not really
true?
Eric, can I send you something that might generate some heat for a minute?
Sure, why not?
In fairness, Joe, Spider-Man is in high school, and he's at school during the day. So, like, I feel like there's quite a few that, like, Spectacular Spider-Man also did that same thing, where, like, okay, he's in school during the day, and he would just go out at night and save people and stuff like that. So, but I get you, though. I get you. I like a good daytime fight scene as well.
I just sent it to your Discord. You don't have to go for like a minute if you want to, just for fun.
All right, hold on.
No, what did you do? What did you do, Jake?
Oh, it's his list of Spider-Man rankings. Hold on.
I'm just curious to see how the audience is going to react. I think Darren's already seen it, but
I always
share the status.
You just see him over and over again.
So this is interesting. You have let me open the tab up here so I can see it.
First
you have Far From Home is dead last, and then
Fair enough.
Amazing Spider-Man 2.
Fair enough.
And then Spider-Man Homecoming. Then Amazing Spider-Man 1. And then
6 is where you lose your mind a little bit, Jake.
Do you not agree with this, Darren?
Absolutely not. No. Behind Spider-Man 3, absolutely not.
and I don't dislike Across the Spider-Verse.
All right, Spider-Man 3. Then we have Spider-Man No Way Home at number 4. And then Into the Spider-Verse is number 3. 2 is Spider-Man 2, and 1 is Spider-Man 1.
Fair.
All right. I don't understand how any of the Miles movies are below like top 5 to me. That's crazy to me. That, like you said, you want to get some heat for it. That definitely is generating some heat for me for sure.
I have a couple issues with Across the Spider-Verse, but I really do like the movie.
I think Into the Spider-Verse is probably my favorite Spider-Man movie of all time. Most likely my favorite one.
Yeah,
I shared mine.
Oh, okay. Let's see. Joe's got his over here.
Oh boy.
Let's see. Oh, let's remove this.
Let me look at mine.
All right. So, is this all of them?
Yeah.
Where's Venom? Let's get.
Oh, geez. So you put Spider-Man 3 as your second to last.
Yeah.
Jake, you have some issues with that?
I can hardly think of anything good to say about Amazing 2. Like I despise that movie. I mean, the costume looked good. I don't know. That's about all I got. Andrew Garfield and Emma Stone had good chemistry.
It looks like Beyond the Spider-Verse, you and Jake almost have that movie in the same spot. Almost.
Beyond the Spider-Verse hasn't come out yet.
I mean, Across the Spider-Verse, my bad.
Yeah,
you almost have the same spot.
Across the Spider-Verse was incredibly disappointing. I didn't hate it, but it was incredibly disappointing. It wasn't anywhere near as good as the first one.
Putting Far From Home like above the original Raimi film, Crime Against Humanity.
Far From Home's just such a damn good movie. Like it's one of the most rewatchable Spider-Man movies.
I feel like a monkey put together that plot on a typewriter.
I will say for me,
Find mine.
What, Darren?
I said I'm trying to find mine.
I will say
my Letterboxd list will get a lot of heat, and I don't care.
I actually don't have a problem with Spider-Man 2 being number 1 because that would be if I'm looking at the Raimi movies, that would be my number 1 movie.
Sure,
for sure.
Sure, that's fine.
I would say from the Tom Holland movies, probably the third one is my favorite.
Yeah.
I would say the third one's my favorite. But I anticipate the fourth one is going to be my favorite for sure because it feels like it's going to be a proper Spider-Man movie, and that's kind of what I'm waiting for.
So just to preface too, even though I had Homecoming, it looked like I had it really low. I don't dislike it. The only bottom two are the ones the bottom two are the only ones that I'm iffy on.
Mm-hmm.
But I really do like most of them. Thank you, Bobby. Thank you very much. Appreciate that a lot. Look over in the
Venom
chat.
was awesome in Spider-Man 3.
Damn right.
I disagree. I hated that Venom.
I would actually agree with that. I liked Venom in Spider-Man 3. For me, the worst part of Spider-Man 3 is the Harry amnesia story. I hated the Harry amnesia story. And then the butler who gives all the exposition at the end, and he knew all along, and it's like, well, why didn't you open your mouth last movie, butthead?
Far From Home being 2 is crazy. Was that your list, Joe? That Far From Home was 2?
I mean, how is that crazy? That was, first of all, that was a beloved movie when that came out. Everybody loved that movie.
Yeah.
I have seen this weird internet revisionist history where people pretend they hated it now, and it's like, I was there when it came out. You all liked that movie.
I walked away from that movie.
Okay, so here we go. This is Darren's list. The Amazing Spider-Man 1 is number 10.
Mm-hmm.
Then you also have Spider-Man 3 at number 8, which is where
I still like it though. I think it's a fun movie. It's just a flawed movie.
You're forgiven, Darren.
Then we have Far From Home, Amazing Spider-Man 2, and then Raimi's Spider-Man 1 is not even in the top 5. That's a little
But
amazing.
I love but listen, I love 1 through 6. Like I think 1 through 6 are all like at least 4 stars or higher. Like they're all amazing movies.
Amazing.
Pun intended.
And then we have Homecoming at 5. We have which one is that one?
No Way Home.
No Way Home. Right. I always forget that poster. Number 4. Spider-Man 2 is number 3, and then the 2 Miles movies at 1 and 2.
Thank you,
and
Serenity.
you actually have Across the Spider-Verse at number 1.
They're like the same quality of thing to me, but I didn't get to see Into the Spider-Verse in cinemas. I saw Across the Spider-Verse in cinemas on my birthday. So, and like that feeling,
I mean, that'll bring
never take away.
That'll bring some good memories with it. Yeah.
I will never forget. I had my friend with me, and when the credits, did and said to be continued in the next one, he's like, what? Like he had no idea. He's like, what do you mean? I thought we had a whole movie left. I was like, no, it's over. Let's go.
Your placement on one of these hurts me a little bit, Darren, but it's okay.
I will say,
what?
First Raimi?
Yeah,
that's fair.
I mean,
I think it's great though. I think it's amazing though.
I feel strongly about that one because that's my favorite comic book film.
I will say that Andrew Garfield is my favorite Peter Parker.
He deserved better. He deserved so much better.
I actually think he totally redeemed himself from everybody in No Way Home, in my opinion.
I still want Sony just to be like, listen, we need a Spider-Man. Will you do like a 3-movie deal with us, or like a TV show or something? I'd kill.
Problem was they left the money on the motherfucking table.
If they would have announced a Venom or not even Venom, they would have just announced an Andrew Garfield Amazing Spider-Man 3 right after No Way Home, it would have been $1 billion movie for them.
What did they do?
Yeah.
I would be happy to see a third Andrew Garfield Amazing Spider-Man so long as Mark Webb isn't the director.
That's fair.
Although Mark Webb did make one of my favorite
Snow
movies
White.
this year. He did Snow White. And I'll tell you, going into Snow White, I was nervous. I'm like, oh my God, the guy who made Amazing Spider-Man 2 is making this. And then I'm like, okay, he's kind of redeemed himself.
I mean,
but like, how much of that was his fault though? Like that, like those movies had so much studio interference, and
they were screwing up with that movie.
Lone Wolf, I see you retracted your message. I don't see it now over there. So just type out what it was without the super chat, and I will read it out.
Yeah.
Thank you for the $5 super chat, and just write out the correct list without the super chat if you want. I will definitely do that.
Too, like, it had its problems, but like suit looked great. Garfield and Stone were great. Had great swinging and good action. Music was great, but plot-wise, that movie falls apart on some.
Double Boy Jack brings up a good point, but his name is Webb. How could he not do it? Yeah, I agree.
He was destined from day one.
I actually think it should be like legally enforced that Mark Webb has to direct any movie with a spider name in it forever.
Mm-hmm. Charlotte's Web.
Yeah.
2026.
Exactly.
Eight-legged freaks. Kidding.
Madam Web should have been directed by Mark Webb.
Oh,
that would have been great.
I would feel bad for him to have another studio interference spider project on his case.
Yeah. But no, Eric, I just thought about something with like us showing some of these off. Let's get like a number of like if we have lists for like favorite ones of like comic franchises.
Well, we're doing the X movies next.
Oh, my ranking's gonna piss some people off.
So we'll do so matter of fact, why don't we talk about that now? So next on Monday, the bonus thing will be our list of X movies.
Do we just want to like show each of our letterboxes off?
Yeah, that's what I want to do. Yeah, and then we'll discuss that list. But but we're talking about Fox X movies, right? Yeah. So these are all of the Fox X-Men films.
Do you do you throw Deadpool and Wolverine in there?
Yes, I would. Yes, throw that in there.
Okay.
So even though that's technically Marvel, it's part of the Deadpool franchise. So,
question for chat: who do you think had the best Spider-Man ranking list? I'm curious.
Yeah, chat for sure. Let us know.
Also, Eric, do you have yours?
No, because I didn't think we were doing that.
I just didn't know if you like had yours.
It was very improv.
No.
Hey, I mean, I was wearing the shirt we were talking about. I was like, you know what, might be fun.
Hold on for a second. Let me look. I'll pull this up here. Wait, whose list was this?
Oh, there it is. That's mine.
Oh, okay. I can tell you right now. I'll just very quickly. Spider-Man Into the Spider-Verse would be my number 1. Spider-Man 2 would be number 2. No Way Home would be number 3. Across the Spider-Verse would be number 4. Raimi Spider-Man would be number 5, the first one. And then I would probably put Amazing Spider-Man, the first one, at number 6. Hold on, I'm thinking here. And then I would put Homecoming at number 7. Far From Home at number 8. What am I forgetting here?
Amazing 2. Have
Amazing
you mentioned
2.
that yet? Yeah.
Right. Far From Home at 8, Amazing 2 at 9, and Spider-Man 3 at 10. Spider-Man 3 would be my least favorite for sure.
I will say though, if I was allowed to throw the first Insomniac game as a movie, that's my number 1. That's my favorite, like Spider-Man on-screen story.
Which is weird because you're not a big video game person, so but that story is incredible. It's a great story.
It's so good. Yeah,
I'll say this. You know what story from the '90s cartoon would have been amazing to do in a movie? Do you remember the? I mean that, but also I'm curious for anybody who watched that cartoon. Do you remember how season 2 starts and he starts losing some of his abilities, and then he has to go up against the Sinister Six without his powers? You remember how all that's set up?
Yeah,
they did that in a movie. Oh God, I think they would kill it.
So Dullboy Jack says, are we including Spider-Man Turn Off the Dark? We are not including that. We watched that. If you go on my Reloaded channel, I actually have a reaction stream of me watching that movie.
Turn Off the Dark?
Yeah. Oh no, that's is that
Broadway
the
musical?
So what's the one that came out that was the
Lotus?
Lotus, that's the one. Yeah.
The racist one, yeah.
Yeah. That one I did a reaction stream to.
Nick would love it.
Yeah. Turn Off the Dark was canceled because people kept getting hurt.
Yeah, supposedly it was really good though. Like I really wanted to see that.
All right, so Lone Wolf with a $5 super chat with the message retracted. This is the message he was trying to send. Least to best. Amazing Spider-Man 2, Spider-Man 3. Man, those are hovering at the bottom of everybody's list except for Jake's, obviously, Spider-Man 3. Amazing Spider-Man 1, Far From Home, Homecoming, Across the Spider-Verse, No Way Home, Raimi 1, Raimi 2, and Spider-Verse.
So he's the only one aside from me that has Raimi 1 in his top 3.
Yeah, that's true. Thank you for the super chat, though. We also have yeah.
I don't know if I showed you, but I got those things framed. So there's the.
Hold on.
Can I point? There's the Maguire one right there.
Next
to the Raimi one. Yep.
Did you do it yourself, or did you have to take it somewhere to get it framed?
No, I just did it right here.
Okay.
I mean, the frames were already there. I just got them hung up, and then way up there, the light's kind of glowing in it. But I got this was signed by the Amazing Spider-Man cast.
Oh, cool.
Yeah.
All right.
Garfield, Stone, Risa Fons, and Dennis Leary.
All right, Lone Wolf with the $5 super chat. Have you heard 2025 biggest box office earning 1.28 million this year? Saw Campia talking about it. Interesting. IMAX got so much, but IMAX is an experience. Yeah, I mean, again, everybody talked about how bad 2025 was, but it was not really that bad. The only movies that stand out being bad movies financially were the big blockbuster movies that people expected to do well, but then we had a lot of unexpected hits. Or unexpected for some people, not for us, because I clearly remember we said stuff like Minecraft and Zootopia were going to be huge. I said Avatar was going to be huge. We talked about this. I knew those movies were going to be big.
Yeah.
I made a correct reception prediction, unfortunately not a correct box office one. I said Thunderbolts was going to be that movie that surprised people, and those who went and saw it, a lot of them were surprised. Just not enough people went and saw it.
Yeah, I'm really nervous for this year, though, because this, I have a feeling, is another 2023. It's that same...
Everything overlapping.
COVID, everything coming out from those strikes are now here and out, and there's a new movie every week. Mm-hmm. I'm concerned we're having like another Flash, another...
And you weren't here for it, Darren. But we also have a lot of shows overlapping with each other this year, too.
Yep.
So... Yep. I mean, look, we're gonna love it because it's so much content. But as we saw in 2023, it's not good for box office sales.
It's not. No.
So
it's going to be interesting.
Super West with a £5 super chat says, "Is it weird that James Gunn picked a writer for the 3 DC films when she's only done a short film?" Which writer?
Wait. Whoa.
What?
So I just got followed by this person on here. I don't know if they're in the chat right now, but Crazy Fan is the name apparently. And I just looked at their Letterboxd Spider-Man ranking. This is crazy. It's probably the most controversial one out of anybody's.
What person is?
Are we?
Or, what is that? What did you say? Sorry.
Sorry. Go ahead.
I was gonna say, what writer are we talking about? Super West. I'm not sure. You're talking about this. Is it the person that did Supergirl? Hold on, let me check.
Sorry.
We
Darren,
are.
What were you asking, Darren?
I was asking if we were friends on Letterboxd, and we are.
Damn. I was about to say, yeah, I believe so.
Oh, look at that.
Look at the chat. Look at the chat. Oh, that's great.
Yeah, so what is it? Anna Noguera, who was the writer for Supergirl, only did 3 short films prior to Supergirl. But she's done a lot of TV stuff. Let me read the things that she's done with television and see what you guys think. Blue Bloods, Michael J. Fox Show, Vampire Diaries, Blacklist, Hightown.
Oh yeah, that's for sure.
She's written for a lot of TV shows.
Yeah.
Now, I'm not saying that's going to be good for the movie, but I just want to put out there that when you write multiple episodes of a TV show, you do get a good idea of like characters and storylines and things like that. I'll be honest, sometimes I think TV writers are better than movie writers because they have to juggle more things throughout a season.
Mm-hmm.
We'll see though. And also
More
Tom
characters.
King, it's an adaptation of a Tom King story, and Tom King is part of the creative bubble in the DCU. So
I think it's one of the best Supergirl stories, so I'm glad they're adapting it.
Yep.
All right, very quickly
before they won't do this, but I would love for it was a miniseries that Tom King actually did. It was called Superman Up in the Sky. I'd love for that to be adapted.
Oh, Superman Solar?
No. No.
Man looked like Luthor from the Umbrella Academy with his big ass arms.
What?
The guy who plays in Solar, he's fucking like massive. He looks like he's in an ape suit.
What were you saying, Joe?
I'm looking in the chat, and Xanacross G1 said, "Did we talk about the recent Buffy show stuff yet? Is there news? Like, is there something?"
There was an interview with Sarah. There was an interview with Sarah, and she just talked about that it's not really a. I think. Hold on, I'm going to see what it said. I'll look it up.
That
quickly.
quote was weird because like she's like, it's not a reboot, it's not a sequel, it's a revival, and I'm like, a revival is a sequel. What are we talking about?
Well, that's
like that's kind of a cinema. Like they're kind of the. I don't know.
Yeah, I'm double checking it. I want to look at the exact quote because I think it's yeah. So let's see here. Yeah, she said it's not a reboot or a sequel in the traditional sense. It's just a continuation of the original story, and I'm like, what?
That's also just not true, right? Because they've actively said she's not like the main character anymore.
Right.
It's like her training.
But
a new
also,
person to
isn't
pick
a
that
sequel
up.
a continuation of the original
is.
story? I mean, I feel like
It
that's the
is.
same thing. Anyway, let's say it will explore where Buffy is now in the world, expand the universe. It's not just Buffy; it's something else. She says that she wasn't interested in revisiting Buffy because the original feels perfect, but Chloe Zhao and her came up with a meaningful way to do it without undermining what came before. She said in earlier comments that the show will balance old and new elements. She said they've talked about bringing back characters who died in the original.
Oh. Okay.
Anyway.
I mean, it does deal with the supernatural, so.
Yeah.
I don't think
Xana says almost sounds like Cobra Kai.
I don't think anything they do is going to beat season 6 of Buffy.
Season 6 of Buffy. Is that when they brought in all the other Slayers?
That was when.
That was season 7.
That was the season 6 was the Willow addiction.
Oh yeah. That was a good one. I actually have they're not on Blu-ray, but I have the entire Buffy series on DVD in the other room, like all the box sets for it. Cordelia Chase was my favorite character on the show, and followed by Angel. And when they both left to go to Angel, that became my favorite show. Even though there were some stumbles in that show.
My favorites were Spike and Xander. I loved Spike and Xander.
Didn't Xander have a real life twin brother?
He did. In fact, he was on the show. They did the episode where Xander got split in two, and they brought in his brother.
I remember that. Saved him a lot of money without having to do like all the special effects.
Yeah, the best special effect in the world. Hire the guy's twin.
Yeah. Oh no, I see what Darren. I'm not gonna even comment on that. We're just gonna let that go. All right, let's see what everybody picks as we hit the goal. Thank you all for the super chats. I do appreciate it. We're gonna end the poll. Let's see what you guys picked for the bonus. A bonus after party with Paigey with 57% of the vote. All right, let me put that in the notes and I'll reach out to Paigey. I mentioned something to him about it, so now I'll confirm it with him and let him know. So that's what we're going to be doing. All right, before we wrap this up, we'll start to my left here. Joe, did you put any? I think you put a video out today, but I was asleep again before I got on, so I don't know what you've been doing. So promo yourself, Joe.
I just shot a new video today that will be up tomorrow on the Adventure Channel, Crazy Joe Adventures. I've been slacking on the concession stand channel just because I don't know. I've been feeling down lately. I got to get back to that, but there's a new Crazy Joe adventure coming out tomorrow.
All right, so check that out. Darren, you just put out a pipeline. Is there anything else going on?
Yeah, I put out a pipeline today. We talked about every upcoming comic book project of 2026. Very fun. We got after credits on Monday. We've been doing Fallout, Percy Jackson. We have Wonder Man here in a couple weeks.
Before we go quickly, I don't want to steal anything from your content, but
no, you're good. You're good.
Lone Wolf wanted to know what we were thinking about Fallout. I'm enjoying the season. I'm having a lot of fun with it. I saw the recent episode this morning, I think, and I'm really enjoying it. I love a lot of the stuff they're doing. The cliffhanger was incredible. I don't want to spoil it. Are you having fun with Fallout this season so far?
Yeah, no, I haven't done episode 4 yet, but like the first 3 have been really good. I think it's like kept up the quality of season 1 so far. So yeah, it's been great.
All right, and we're gonna answer Lone Wolf super chat, but I want to go ahead and let Jake promo stuff for his channel. So go ahead, Jake.
I appreciate it. Yeah, we got Lost Levels back this coming Sunday. It was supposed to be this past Sunday, but I was fucking sick to my stomach.
Well, hopefully you're better now.
Yeah, I think today I fought off the last of it. So yeah, we got Return to Arkham this upcoming Sunday. And believe me, I am working to get some of the regular content out, and as well as some bonus videos. I've opened the lid on what some of those are already. In a couple months, there's likely going to be some life changes going on, so we're going to have to just figure out what the new schedule is going to look like then, but definitely keep the updates coming along as I learn them. But yeah, I'm trying to get to see if we can get to 2,000 subs by Comic-Con. We're 200 and change away, and I think we can do it.
All right, well, there you go. Go over and sub. Give them 2K subs. By the way, has anybody got a sub goal right now? I know you got 2K subs. What about you, Joe or Darren? Any subscriber goals at the moment? You're muted, Darren.
Sorry.
I stopped having. Not yet.
I think YouTube has stopped prioritizing subscribers as much as just the view aspect of it. So many people don't even subscribe to channels anymore because it doesn't actually do as much as I think it used to.
Well, it'll show up on your homepage now. If you watch one video from somebody, their videos will just show up on your homepage.
Sure, there's some, but YouTube itself isn't prioritizing or pushing it as much. But I'd love to get to that 2K mark. That'd be awesome to finally.
The way Darren just said The View, I'm like, oh, that terrible talk show.
I would say, my Crazy Joe Adventures channel, which is actually the channel that is closest to my heart, even though I don't do as much with it anymore. It's not monetized. That's the concession stand is monetized. Crazy Joe Adventures is not monetized, and I still need like something like 2,000 views, 2,000 view hours to hit the monetization goal for that channel. So I would just say, go over to Crazy Joe Adventures and check out some of my past videos if you don't mind. Help me get those view hours up there. That would mean a lot to me.
All right. Well, I want to also say on my Debunks channel, if you're not subbed over there, I just passed 8K subscribers on my Debunks channel, and still rising. I think I was at like 8,050 or something like that. So somewhere around there. So thank you guys so much for, if you're brand new, subs over there. If you're here on my Reloaded channel and you want more edgy content, the Debunks channel is where it's at. If you're watching on my Debunks channel and you want more of just the fandom content, that's on my Reloaded channel. So they are split on the type of content that I put out. They do overlap, obviously, with the Nerdcast, but, independent content, that's the way it goes. So there we go. Harrison says, we got to get y'all monetized so I can support as a member. Yeah, there we go. Thank you guys so much. Let's answer Lone Wolf Super Chat, and then we're going to wrap things up here. This is an important one because I do have some info on this. $5 Super Chat from Lone Wolf. Will you do a rant and review for Boys, Daredevil Season 2 Invincible, or just live stream for each episode per week, or you don't know yet? I talked about this a little bit, but I think, Lone Wolf, this was during the time you were not coming in every stream. I will be doing short reviews of all of them. Those are the 3-minute shorts, right? So I have 3 minutes to talk about the episode and my thoughts on it without spoilers. And then on the Nerdcast, when everybody's together, we will talk heavy spoilers. So my rant and reviews will actually come back, but they will be short form videos because now you can do 3 minutes and I can say everything I want within 3 minutes. So that's what it's going to be. Rant reviews will be 3-minute videos. I know not everybody loves that, but I think it will help not only my channel because people like short reviews like that, but also I don't have to pad the time with pictures and all this other stuff. I can literally just talk with you guys about the episodes, and I really want to be able to just do that. We have a $2 super chat from Super West, or £2 super chat. What did you think of Pluribus? I love the show. I didn't like the finale, the way it wrapped up. I think it wrapped up in a weird spot. But overall, I still love the show. I don't have anything really negative to say about the series. I think it's one of the best things I watched last year, and I'm looking forward to the next season. I guess it's going to take like 5 years for it to come out. Hopefully not 5 years. But I really liked it. Darren, I think you're the only other person that watched it, right? I don't think anybody else watched it, maybe?
I loved it. I thought, I actually quite liked the ending. I thought the first several episodes were fantastic. I think the last several were fantastic. I think the middle ground is where it kind of, slugs a little bit. It's, it's not filler, but it's definitely kind of, dancing around a little bit. And,
towards the end of it? Yeah.
Yeah, what is it? What they had? 9 episodes? So 6, 7-ish. Where it's kind of okay,
It felt like they were kind of stringing us along on some of the stuff, especially with the travel storyline with a certain character. I don't want to spoil it. It just took a long time to get there, but otherwise I enjoyed it. So yeah,
it was really good.
Yeah,
we did have the season finale of the Robin Hood show that's on MGM this past week.
What Robin Hood show?
Yeah. It started this past
I
year.
never knew there was a Robin Hood show on MGM. And this is the first I'm hearing of it.
Yeah, I think it's a really damn good one. I would
Okay.
recommend checking it out.
Yeah.
And speaking of that, there's a movie that just got announced with Hugh Jackman, The Death of Robin Hood.
I did see that. Yes,
Yeah.
I did see that. Columbia Rican here. Where's it at? Just scrolled up on me. Damn, I just woke up. I missed the stream. We'll go back and watch it. It's 2 hours and something long. I know. Sorry you didn't make it. Always love having your commentary here, but everybody needs their sleep sometimes. I was asleep until the stream started, but thank you for showing up. I do appreciate it. We will talk about other stuff on Monday for sure. We're already going to do our letterbox rankings of the X-Men movies,
Can you
so
pull
that'll
up,
be fun.
Chris's comment?
The most recent one,
the Robin Hood one, the one with the show. Sorry.
Oh, gotcha.
If you've got Prime, you can watch it on there.
Yeah, Lone Wolf. The trailer for is there a Death of Robin Hood trailer?
I don't think it's a trailer. I think it's just a poster right now.
What trailer are we talking about?
Is there a trailer?
What company is releasing it? That will determine if we're going to watch the trailer or not. Because I know for a fact nothing in this stream is going to get flagged. So if this trailer is going to get me flagged, oh, the trailer came out today. Is it a Paramount trailer? Is it a Universal trailer?
Lyrical Media is the production company.
Yeah, but who is the distribution company?
Does it say? Distributor A24.
Does A24 flag copyright?
I don't know.
You should be okay, but I'm not sure.
I'm nervous. Hold on. All right, let me do this. Is anybody else hearing that noise?
What?
It's like a knocking noise. I'm just hearing it now.
What? The one that kept being brought up like 5 times?
Yeah, I'm now hearing it though. Like I don't know where it's coming from.
I'm hearing it, but I don't know what it is.
Yeah, I don't know either. Okay. I do see the trailer. Let's see if A24... We'll watch this, but this will tell me in the future if A24 flag stuff. Go answer my door. Yeah.
Come and knock on our door.
Right,
I'm the one who knocks.
Am the danger.
All right. Here we go.
Love that fucking show.
It's been all stream superior. I don't know who it is. You guys have to figure out who it is because I don't know who it is. I can't tell. I went through everybody's mic to watch and I didn't see any peeking on anybody's mic. All right. Here we go.
Would you like to know a secret?
Yes.
People speak of Robin Hood, tell his stories. They're all lies.
That's good cast.
He was not a hero. You were a murderous brigand. We were monsters.
Jesus.
I am the outlaw. Robin Hood.
A Viking. Oh.
Groweth sad and bloweth mad and springeth the word anew.
I owe you an apology. You begged for me to let you die.
Looks like Logan here.
What'd you say? What?
He kind of looks like Logan there with like long beard and the scruffed up like clothes.
Is that the girl from 28 Years Later?
Oh, maybe.
The girl that's
What's your name?
Can you make for me?
I'm going to make you a bow. All right. What happened to her?
Terrible things.
Oh?
I help those who come to this island.
Yeah, it's Hugh Jackman. Did you just realize that, Jack?
I've killed so many, I could not give you a count.
Yeah.
It's a curse. There are bad people out there. I fear our blood debts will follow her.
I like Green Arrow. Is that wrong?
He's before he shaved his beard.
Van
I'll keep you
Helsing
safe.
number 2.
I will keep you safe.
All right. Oh, Bill Skarsgård is in it too.
Oh wow.
Yeah, look at this
Taron
cast here.
Taron Egerton who?
Very different take on Robin Hood, but looks fun.
I will say that this is why, and I'm using this as an example of like the Warner Brothers thing, even though it's A24. This is why you don't want to get rid of big studios like Warner Brothers, because every once in a while they'll put out something like that you would not see a big studio typically greenlight. That movie would end up on streaming for another company. Yeah. They would put that on streaming on like HBO Max or something like that.
Yep.
So Robin Hood became Wolverine, or did Wolverine become Robin Hood?
I mean,
which one is it?
That a what if story. Robin Hood stealing from the rich and giving to the poor.
Aaron, just imagine they do some story where Wolverine gets lost on an island for 5
years.
Yeah, awesome.
We did get one more super chat before we head out. What did we watch this week? Does anybody have anything they want to shout? Fallout is one of the things I'm watching.
Yeah.
This week, so that's a good one.
I'm currently rewatching The Pit with my mother.
The new season just dropped, didn't it?
It dropped tonight. She's a big like ER fan, so obviously I had to get her caught up on that, and it's even better on rewatch. It is so good. Like I'm not like a medical drama like junkie. I'm not like that's just not my. But this is like one of the best shows that came out last year. It's
wait, The Pit takes place in Pittsburgh, right?
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Okay, I had to make sure. That's around Joe's neck of the woods.
Well, about 5 hours away.
It's closer to me than Joe. I think it's like about an hour. Or so.
Oh, really?
I was just right beside Pittsburgh. Those photos that I showed you guys, where it was like Peter Cullen, Linda Hamilton, Ron Perlman, those guys. Yeah. That was like a town over from Pittsburgh. So.
I've been meaning to take a ride over to Pittsburgh though to visit the Monroeville Mall one last time before it gets demolished.
Yeah. I saw they're closing soon signs over
there. Anybody else have anything they want to shout out from this week? Anything anybody watched?
I mean, I said it, but the Robin Hood finale. Excited for the second season.
Let me see. So, what else have I watched this week? We were going to watch. It was a scary movie. Now I can't remember the name of it. I haven't watched it yet, but it's on my to-do list, so I guess it doesn't count because I haven't watched it yet.
Well, with scary movies, in about 3 weeks we have Send Help coming out. So
yeah,
I'm stoked as hell for that one.
Yeah.
Tomorrow I'm going to the cinema, and I haven't decided if me and my dad are doing Marty Supreme or Anaconda.
I want to do Anaconda. So.
Anaconda was a blast.
I didn't see Anaconda yet, but I saw Marty Supreme and Primate. And Primate is pretty darn good.
Really? To me, I thought it was going to be just kind of a gimmicky type movie from what I saw in the
It's pretty suspenseful. It's pretty violent, pretty gory. My only complaint is the ape looks fake. Apparently it was that they wanted to use practical effects and they chose a guy in an ape suit. Which is weird because I remember back in the day when people were like, CGI sucks, we want practical effects. But I'm looking at this guy in an ape suit and thinking, we've had like 4 Planet of the Apes movies. We know they can do apes.
That's crazy, Jack.
So,
Jack, come on. Joe, what do you think about that?
I mean, I got the best taste.
Wow.
I was the only one who had the common sense to put Amazing 2 dead last on my list. Come on.
Wow. There we go. Darren said that's crazy. So he's in a monkey suit or ape suit or whatever in the movie.
Yeah, I mean, I do think that they kind of maybe should have gone CGI or mocap with the ape.
Right. Was it low budget?
It didn't really look low budget. Like the makeup effects for it was pretty gory. It looked good. It had good pacing. It's well done, and it's getting really good reviews too. So, I mean, people are digging it. On the other hand, I saw Marty Supreme, and everybody's putting that on their best of list of the year. And
because you didn't like it,
I kind of hated it.
Wow,
Marty is an unlikable character. Like he's not likable, and I'm watching it, and I'm like, I'm supposed to root for this guy. Now, on the other side, the people they surround him with are actually more unlikable than him. So it's like he's unlikable, but the most likable guy in the film.
I mean, not all movies are supposed to be feel-good movies, though. Like it's okay to have an unlikable character.
That's true, but I just kind of was like, I'm like, I don't want this. I don't want to root this guy on. I don't like him. I don't like the way he's very narcissistic. He treats the people around him like shit.
You mean like Guy Gardner?
Yeah, but Guy Gardner's funny. Marty wasn't funny.
All right. Well, we're going to jump out of here. I want to thank everybody for being here. All the super chats we got tonight, all the support we got. Thank you guys so much. We'll see everyone on Monday night. Go and check out everybody's channel. And take care, everyone. Have a great weekend, and we'll see you then. Hey there. If you're seeing this, that means we have reached the end of the stream. Thanks so much for your continued support with comments, likes, subscriptions, super stickers, and super chats. I just want to give a special shout out to all of the channel members who have contributed to the success of this channel with paid tiers. On the screen, you will see your name displayed as a signal of appreciation from myself and the channel. If you would like to see your name on this list, consider selecting a tier with the join or plus button, depending on your platform. Thanks again, everyone. Let's hang out soon in the next stream, and I'll see you then.